John Reed and Cody McClure.
If it is to be said, so it be. So it is. So it is. So it is. So it is.
It's a Tennessee thing.
Well, I'm holding on.
Back in the booth, back on the airwaves, coming at you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. John Reed, Cody McClure, Bad News Bubba. Happy Wednesday to you. 6 de Mayo, May 6th, a rainy May 6th. It's good to see you, Cody. Hope you're well, my friend.
Oh, I'm doing great, John. I'm doing so well after yesterday. Hey, here's one for you, Bubba. What did my Cinco de Mayo margarita experience have in common with a bullpen in baseball? Well, Bubba?
Always warming up. I don't know.
Multiple pitchers. Pretty good, huh?
That's pretty good.
I came up with that one last night.
Did you tell it to the girls?
No, I didn't.
They'd be like, what the hell is a bullpen?
Yeah.
Stop talking to us.
Huh? What do you mean?
Stop talking to us.
Yeah. No, I didn't drink, actually. I was driving, but I'm still very sore. My body feels as if I was drinking. I'm starting to subscribe to these old Native American tales about the weather. You know,
That like your body aches when it rains.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you. You say your body hurts at about 3:30 in the morning. I got the absolute worst cramp in my calf.
Oh, yeah.
It shot me awake, and I'm rolling around. I'm trying to stretch out, and it still hurts really bad right now this morning. Like it, I don't know if I'm about to have. I don't know if this is what a calf strain feels like. If this is what happened to Kevin Durant and Dame Lillard and Jason Tatum before they tore their Achilles, but my calf is still in a lot of discomfort. But last night at 3:30, I was in an immense amount of pain.
Did you scream?
No, because I didn't want to wake up my old lady or my dog. So I was trying to like roll around and try to straighten out without waking them up. But it was tough because I was on my stomach and I tried to roll over and get positioned. And I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do when I have a cramp. Straighten it out's what I've heard. But
Yeah, you got to try. That's all I know to do.
yeah, so like I'm trying to do that, but it was immense pain. And like I said, today when I wake up and get out of bed, it's still sore.
I hate those.
Yeah.
I get one of those from time to time, every now and then. That's a rough. That's rough because it just kind of stops you.
Yeah. I was having such good sleep too, and I woke up and was in pain.
Well, I don't know the solution to that. Hydration, I guess. Sometimes if you're somewhat dehydrated, you cramp more, but I always heard pickle juice over the years. Just drinking a lot of water, probably. We've all got our things that, I got to take it easy on the applesauce. I've been eating applesauce lately.
Ugh.
You don't like applesauce?
No, I don't. I ate applesauce once as a kid, and I hated it. And I have not had applesauce more than one time my entire life.
Who doesn't like applesauce?
I don't.
It's just apples and water and sugar.
I hear you.
It's literally all it is.
I hear you. I don't like the texture. I don't even like thinking of it.
Oh, I love it.
Honestly, applesauce is near the very bottom of the list of foods I want to eat.
That's crazy to me.
John associated with baby food, and he's not a baby anymore.
I love baby food too.
There's some truth to that, Bubba, but it's just the texture. Nope, I'm good.
When I was a kid,
Same reason I don't eat grits. I'm good on that.
Love grits. There's really nothing I don't like. Is it weird that I ate baby food when I was a kid? Because like my grandma would have it in the pantry.
Yeah.
There were babies around,
That's for the babies, you greedy.
But I was older.
Greedy
I was
man.
like 8 or 9. But every now and then I would go steal their Gerber, the
feels-
strawberry banana.
Yeah, I mean, if you're hungry, I guess, and you're a kid, you're just gonna eat. But
I would eat it right now. If there's a little jar of that strawberry banana baby food, I would eat it right now.
What if there was a baby on the other side of the glass?
I wouldn't eat it because I would think that the baby would want it,
Right.
And it's for him.
Well, that's good.
Or her, but
yeah,
if there
or
was
them,
yeah, if there were no baby around though, then I would eat it.
Okay.
But the applesauce, I got to tell you, I can't stop eating it when I start. Like I'm buying it in the tubs, like not the little individual packs. I'm buying it in the tub. You've seen the tub, Bubba? It's like a 48-ounce tub of applesauce. And I keep it in the fridge. And if I open it up and I start eating it by the spoon, I can't stop. Like I have to, I have to like literally throw the jar across the room because I can't stop.
I think you have problems, man.
Yeah, I ate a whole one. Like a week ago.
Like apparently you do this, with applesauce, with drinking, with foods. Like,
Yeah,
mentally, you need to just like fix it.
I can't. It's in my nature. I'm a man of excess, Bubba.
No moderation about it.
It's gluttony is what it is. But at least it's healthy, because I get the no sugar added applesauce. It's just apples, water, and absorbic acid. That's the only ingredients in it. But I can pound that. I could eat a whole 48-ounce tub of applesauce. I can't believe you don't like it.
You can't believe it? It surprises you?
Yeah.
Everything you've known about me?
Yeah, I mean, I know you're picky, but
It's just,
applesauce is one of those things. It's like
it's texture, man. It's too gooey. I don't want nothing gooey.
Gooey?
Yeah, I don't want it. It's too
just
gooey.
mushed up apples.
Okay, I don't want it. I got no issue for it.
You definitely eat gooey things.
Like what?
Gravy.
Not by itself.
You love biscuits and gravy.
Gravy's not gooey either. Gravy doesn't really.
Gravy's gooier than applesauce.
Gravy doesn't have little tiny chunks of stuff in it.
Yes, it does.
Not my mama's. My mom maybe sausage, but my mama doesn't really put sausage in her gravy.
Oh, come on. It's got little chunks of something, flour or something.
My mom's gravy is
not
nice and smooth.
She don't put her gravy in a blender. It's not a perfect.
It's
smooth
nice and
consistency.
smooth.
Pudding?
Nope, don't eat it.
You don't eat pudding?
Don't eat Jell-O. Never liked Jell-O or pudding as a kid.
I mean, you eat sauces? Like,
No, I mean, I dip sauces.
Do you not like putting liquids into your mouth?
I drink water. I drink Coca-Cola or Mountain Dew or Mellow Yellow or Sprite or Gatorade.
So you don't like soup
or White Claws. I don't really like chili, but that's not really the same reason. But I don't really eat this type of texture stuff.
What about soup? Like a bowl of soup?
Not really.
Oh.
Not a soup guy. I mean, I'll eat soup. Don't get me wrong.
You better hope you never get an injury where you have to eat soft foods without a.
Yeah, I've always thought about that. I guess I would just do smoothies.
So you do a smoothie?
I don't really like smoothies, but I can do a smoothie.
Because that's kind of the same.
More of a protein shake
idea.
guy, but I would do a smoothie if I had to.
Curries? You probably don't like curries.
No. Bubba, you good over there? How's your day?
It was a day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Time went on, and I kept experiencing it.
Hell yeah to that, brother. Keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
Did you do anything fun for Cinco de Mayo?
No.
Not at all?
I got to go home after work, and then I played on the old video game. And
Oh, I thought you were about to say something else.
Nope. I'm a man, John. We're good. And then after that, just kind of nightfall came, went on my walk, and then
Nightfall came. Yeah.
fell asleep.
Nightfall came and then you went on your walk?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? You wait until it gets dark to
I was
walk?
kind of walking right at the sunset.
Yeah. Where'd
I
you
got-
walk at?
A place.
Okay. Do you go there a lot?
I do.
And that's why you're not saying it?
Yeah.
You don't want people to know where you're walking?
No, I don't want it to be more crowded than what it already is.
Interesting.
I hate it because it's like, okay, the first time you pass by somebody, you do the old nod and the wave, right? It's hey.
Yeah.
But, I've got earphones in, so please don't say anything to me because I don't want to talk.
What do you listen to? You listen to music or podcasts?
Everything.
Okay.
Last night I was
Everything.
Last night I was listening to Myth and Legends podcast.
Okay.
This tale was a Russian folklore about a prince who, once his parents died, he became king, and then he married his sisters off to all these like magicians, and then he went off and found himself a wife, but then she was shackling this old ancient sorcerer. And
Okay.
then-
Classic.
Yeah.
and then
You know how that goes
and
when
then
you
the
got a woman and
sorcerer got him. He gave him 3 tries. Dude went on all 3, got chopped up. And then, but because his brother-in-laws were, magicians, they were able to piece them back together. And then he went and, Baba Yaga, John Wick, the
Sure.
boogeyman.
The man that no. The Baba Yaga is the man you send to kill the boogeyman.
But she appeared, and then she gave this dude a horse, and he took away, and then they rode off.
He's not the
I
boogeyman.
think there's a part 2 though, so I can't wait for that. Before that,
He's the man you send to kill the bleeping boogeyman. So
Money Monster?
you're listening to this story. Is it a true story? Is it real?
no, it's So there's like myths, and then there's legends.
Yeah.
So legends are the things that people can believe, happen.
Uh-huh.
Where myth is just like, nah,
That's just fantasy.
yeah.
Okay.
And then, aside from that, yeah, also regular music.
Do you believe in witches?
No.
No. Goons, ghouls, goblins.
Goons are real, John.
Goons are real.
Goons
Ghouls
are
and
real.
goblins.
No, I don't really believe in much supernatural stuff.
Witches kind of scare me.
Like, I know that people used to, burn women at the stake way back when.
Yeah.
Up in Salem.
What about aliens?
Nah.
Well, you'll be interested to know that the FBI director, Kash Patel, has just released.
I don't care anything about
sent
that man
the
says.
UFO files for release.
Nope. Don't care.
I've just been told this by DR Vol that the UFO files have been sent for release.
Only UFOs I think of or aliens is like little micro like organisms way out there. I can believe that, but I can't believe like an actual being that
The
will.
ones at the border.
Yeah, I thought he was going to talk about building the wall.
Yeah.
No,
Bubba
that's-
doesn't seem like a build the wall guy. Bubba seems like he's open arms.
I want to build my own wall, keep
Oh.
myself in.
Damn,
There
that's
you go.
dark.
Yeah, build the wall, the one around me.
That's dark, Bubba.
I don't care about keeping other people out of the country. Just keep them away from me. Oh, well, Bubba, what a guy. Yeah, Sam's still not back, is he?
No, Sam's gone all weekend.
Where's he at?
He's at his brother's wedding.
Oh, well.
I don't know where that's at.
How did these guys take a whole week for a
Philadelphia.
wedding, man?
I was wondering about that, but I if it's a destination wedding, it makes sense. Sam, I assume, is best man, maybe. I mean, him and his brother are somewhat, they're pretty close in age. I didn't ask. Maybe we should text him and ask where he's at, though. Just be like, hey, I know you're at your brother's wedding, but where is that?
Philadelphia.
If it's somewhere in like the continental U.S.,
Yeah.
Seattle.
eyes are raised a little bit.
Okay.
A man can take some time off, Bubba. You should try it. You should take a week sometimes. You guys never take any time off. You two.
I know.
That's not going to be true this year. I got some time I needed off over the next rest of the year, basically, for wedding festivities.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I know how you are. It still won't be like
Yeah.
a lot of time.
Yeah.
You should take a vacation. You should.
I'm going on one in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Where are you going?
I'm going to the Bahamas.
Oh,
And
How long are you going to be gone?
From Saturday to Wednesday. It's like 4 days.
So you still won't even be gone a week.
Yeah, I try not
Take
to.
a week.
How's the virus worry you?
The what?
The new virus that's happening?
Oh, God, I hadn't heard about it. Now it does, Bubba. Just leave me alone. I don't want to think about it. We'll come back. We'll talk some sports. They're changing college football. They're turning the frogs gay. Stick with us. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Check out exclusive Fan Run video content on YouTube. Just search Fan Run Sports and be sure to like and subscribe.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco at Knoxville Smiles. Have you ever wanted to improve the look of your smile? We know firsthand what the power of a great smile means to a person's confidence and health. Our team of doctors can provide you with an array of options for helping you achieve your cosmetic goals. From simply moving teeth into a better position, to reversible cosmetic bonding, to full mouth implant-supported dentures. It is our goal to help patients feel good about their appearance while achieving optimal health. Want to learn more? Call us at 865-539-1776 to schedule an evaluation, or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Good morning, sports fans. It's Aiden Sidoti with your Talk Sports update. Number 6 Tennessee softball opens SEC tournament play today as the 5th-seeded Lady Vols take on 13th-seed Ole Miss at 5 p.m. Eastern, with the winner moving on to face 4th-seeded Texas on Thursday evening. In the MLB, Michael Busch delivered the game-winning single in the 10th as the Chicago Cubs walked off Cincinnati 3-2 for their 7th straight win Tuesday night. And in the NBA, Chet Holmgren posted 24 points and 12 rebounds while LeBron James scored 27, but the Thunder rolled past the Lakers 109-90 to take a 1-0 series lead. Hey, John and Cody, is there enough 41-year-old LeBron can do to take down the Thunder in the second round? And now back to you guys in the White Claw Hard Seltzer studio.
Oh, no, I don't think 41-year-old LeBron James has enough in this series. He played great again last night. Your boy Austin Reeves, complete dud. We'll talk some NBA coming up in hour 2, but hour 1, I think the story of the day is the coaches basically giving their vote on changing college football. The coaches have come together and said, hey, we want a playoff that has maximum participation, aka 24 teams. We don't want conference championship games anymore. We want to be able to play on Army-Navy Day, but we'll still give them their exclusive window. Mm-hmm. And we want to make sure this season is over by the middle of January. I don't know if you have seen this year. This upcoming playoff, Cody, isn't supposed to end until, I think, January 25th is the day this year. So, the end of January.
Yeah, I have seen that, and that's ridiculous because even that Indiana-Miami game this year, I'm sure the ratings did well. I mean, because it was a standalone game, like on that Monday night. But you were coming off a great NFL weekend, and you talk about being footballed out, which I never get footballed out. Like, I'll watch any game if it's a good college game or good NFL game, pretty much any NFL game. But you remember that weekend, though. We had a great NFL Sunday, and by the time Indiana and Miami were playing, it was kind of like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, because we basically had football, Thursday, Friday, or it felt like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but maybe it was just all day Saturday and Sunday. But yes, I remember feeling like, man, and this is not the best day for them to have this game.
Yeah, and the coverage basically just gets a day of that game, the national championship game, like just a day. And depending on what happened in the NFL yesterday, maybe not even a full day, a half day.
I don't think this change to the middle of January is going to change that. Now, I do think it's going to get more lost in the shuffle this year, it running all the way to, January 29th?
You said the 25th.
25th, yeah, you're right. Sorry. Time. Yeah, 25th. It was the 19th last year. The 25th, which is, that Monday that's going to be after a big NFL playoff weekend, it's going to get even more lost in the shuffle. We're going to be even more footballed out.
Well, I agree with everything the coaches are saying there.
Okay.
I'm fully on board with that proposal you just mentioned.
I still don't think I love the 2014 playoff, but I think I'm going to hate what happens to Tennessee this year more, where the 10-game conference, the 9-game conference schedule is going to completely cannibalize the SEC, and Tennessee feels like it. I don't want to say drawing dead because that's not the case, but feels like it's going to be a real uphill climb to make the playoffs this year.
Well, the SEC, I don't understand why the SEC was against the 2014 playoff, but they went to a 9-game schedule. Because to me, that seems like poor planning when it comes to your teams being in the field. Because I agree with you, they're going to cannibalize. We talked about, 9-3 is going to be the new 10-2.
I think to answer your question, the SEC has been opposed to it because they didn't get the language they wanted in it. Other conferences are wanting to basically carve out X amount of teams can be there, and like, hey, we're going to give 5 to the SEC, 5 to the Big Ten, non-group or group of 5, group of 7, whatever the hell they're called now, and then ACC gets 3, and the Big 12 gets 3, and the SEC, to my understanding, in my memory, they just wanted to, hey, let's do it, but let's just put the best teams in there. If that means 10 SEC teams get in there, it just means 10 SEC teams get in there.
Forget this, 5 maximum.
Yeah. They didn't want the other conferences getting guaranteed spots because I think, and I do think it's fair that in most years there are more SEC teams trying to make the playoff than there are Big Ten teams trying to make the playoff.
Yeah. The SEC's deeper still than the Big Ten. And that's, if you look at the later rounds, it's almost of the draft, it's almost entirely reflective of that. Like the Big Ten's better at the top, but the SEC's deeper.
Yeah, you give them credit for, passing the SEC at the top. At least this last year, The early mock drafts show there's a lot of SEC talent with first round grades right now, but there could be some bias there, and it could play out completely differently once the season plays. But yeah, this year the Big Ten had more top end talent. Now, I think if you went through and looked at where those players played in the Big Ten versus where those players play in the SEC, you'll kind of see the point of the depth, right? Because most of those first round players are playing at Michigan or Ohio State, mostly Ohio State, whereas, in the SEC,
Indiana.
Yeah, in the SEC, that could be spread apart, spread across 7, 8, 9, 10 teams.
Right.
Arkansas was terrible. They had, multiple players drafted.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost I mean it just makes perfect sense if you're the SEC to you have to be in favor of expansion if you've gone to a 9-game schedule to me, because otherwise you're going to find yourself in a tough spot with a bunch of teams that are 9-3 that feel like they should be in, but there's no room for them, so you gotta, I guess it's just the politicking of figuring out who gets what bids, and it's just the SEC and Big Ten are going to have to come to some agreement on that.
Well, they're the ones running the show. We know that the SEC and Big Ten are the power brokers. They'll figure something out. Kirby Smart, is, at least to my knowledge, has kind of been the only coach willing to put his name on not being in favor of the 2014 model. Now, he didn't come out and say he was against it. He told Chris Lowe that he was 50-50 on it. Like, hey, I don't know yet. That's the only coach I've seen kind of come out and say, nope, that's too much. I'm not sure I want it or not.
Well, we know Heupel's in favor of it. He's come out as being for it, which makes sense from his angle.
For sure.
If you look at every other league's postseason, I mean, do you look at it as simply as the percentage of the teams in the league that make the postseason? Because, I mean, the NFL, and I know it's not exactly professional sports, but the NBA now, I mean, half the teams
over
make
half the team, yeah.
The NFL, 12 teams,
14.
It's moved to 14.
So 53,
so almost half.
53.3% of the NBA makes the playoffs if you take 16 and divide it.
Does that count in the play-in?
It's not counting the play-in, but because I don't count that as a playoff. If you want to count that expands to what, 20 out of 30, so basically 2/3 of the league.
Which seems like way too much.
But to me, even the 16 out of 30, it being 53% is a lot too. The NFL expanded the playoffs where 7 teams make it on each side. So that's 14 out of 32.
Baseball expanded the wild card, right?
So that comes out to 43.75%. Yeah, baseball expanded. Now they're at what? 6 teams each, I believe is what number they're at.
They went from 10 to 12.
Is that not right?
Is that what baseball did?
No, is that? I was thinking it was 6 on each side. We're sports professionals. That's what it is, right?
Well, there's 6 leagues or 6 conferences in baseball.
Yeah,
or divisions or whatever you call them. So, and then you have, but they added a wild card. Baseball did, right?
Yeah, they've had a wild card, but yeah, they added 2 teams on each side, and then started giving.
They've all expanded.
Started giving the first round bye. So yeah, it's 6. So yeah, 12. Which is that's only comes out to 40%.
The point is what percentage of your league should be playoff teams, and it's not exact in college football.
Well, I was going to ask, what do you consider the league to be in college football?
Well, see, that's the thing, because you have all these lower tier schools that are included in that FBS. So, if you just look at the football bowl subdivision or whatever, you got 130 teams.
Yeah, let's throw out at least half of those. Yeah,
you got to throw out half of them because you're talking about
65.
Marshall and
65, a good number.
If you just look at the power conferences, what they consider the power conferences,
yeah,
I mean basically
65 is the number in my head. I mean that comes out to 37%.
So, I mean, I don't think 24 is going too far.
No, when you look at it that way, when you realize that, like, hey, it's basically double the NFL, and 24 would be, actually less than doubling, the NFL playoff format. I'm just a little surprised to hear you say, because I feel like most people have been anti 24 team playoff, but I do think they've beaten us over the head with it enough that now we're all kind of like, yeah, that's fine. 24 sounds good.
College basketball, it's about a third? I mean, college basketball, you got 300 and something teams.
So, yeah, no, I mean, it wouldn't be a third. I mean, if you're counting every single team in that, but in terms of just making the dance.
But almost a third, probably in terms of relevant teams, or maybe even more than that. Now they've expanded, of course.
Yeah, I mean, like you do the same kind of 65, and I would say there's probably 40 extra teams.
I think for college football, I think it gives you, if they play it right, if they make it, schedule it right, like I think you got a lot of meaningful games in November and December, which to me would be pretty cool. It would be different than it used to be, but I would like that. I would like to have meaningful November, December football games, because for years as a Tennessee fan, you know how it was. And I've said this before, but like you collect that third loss or whatever, and it's mid-October, and you're like, well, this season's pretty much wrapping up, and you play it out against Kentucky and Vandy or whatever, and it's okay. We got a bowl game a month from now.
I will say the 12-team playoff. We had that same discussion surrounding the 12-team playoff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I will say that, and maybe you'll disagree, maybe the audience will disagree, let us know in the chat, but like I don't feel like the big games have really gotten diminished much.
No, I don't think so.
Like I think we still cared about Alabama and Georgia. Tennessee fans were still gutted when they lost to Georgia. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like everyone's like, oh, well, we can still make the 12-team playoff. That game doesn't really count. It was like, damn, that sucks. That really would have been nice to beat them. And then it was about positioning in the playoff.
I think
Ohio State, Michigan, you could say that one maybe was cheapened a little bit whenever, Michigan didn't knock Ohio State out of the playoff 2 years ago.
Yeah.
When they just knocked them down to an 8 seed, like that game would have felt huger. But like either way, we still cared about that rivalry. We still cared about that game. So like I don't think it's diminished the big games significantly. And I do think it's added significant interest to late season games. So I think ultimately it's been a pretty net positive.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think the reason for that is because college football is still only a 12-game regular season. So you're still going to care about those games.
Now, I will say, and I do worry about this, one of the best moments of the 12-team playoff, when you take the whole season into account, for me, was watching Oklahoma beat the absolute hell out of Alabama, in late November. And you realize, oh, wow, this is going to be Alabama's third loss. They're going to be out. You would remove that from the equation. That game would pretty much mean absolutely nothing, because it wasn't like Oklahoma was a top team themselves. Remember, they were just kind of treading water. And sure, like I think as a Tennessee fan base, we'll get together and root for Alabama to lose at any time. But that game would have basically meant nothing at all. And I do worry that 24 is the tipping point where, some of those games don't really feel like they matter in November. If you're a top 15 team going into those last couple of weeks, you don't really have anything to worry about.
I see what you're saying, but with them moving to a 9-game schedule, you might throw one more loss in there. Maybe that would have been Alabama's 4th loss. And then maybe that's more of a conversation.
Sure.
You know
possibly.
What I mean? I think you're still, with the SEC going to a 9-game schedule, it kind of, I think that counters that a little bit.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know how much joy, and maybe, like I said, maybe we'll get together and root for it. But if it's a 6-3 Alabama team, I don't know if the country gets together to watch them lose that fourth game to be 6-4, because at that point you're just a pretty average football team. I don't know. Like I said, we'll wait and see. I know a lot of the detractors said that about the 12-team playoff, and I don't think it has really hurt at all. I think it's been nothing but positive.
I stand by the college football regular season still only being 12 weeks, like 12 games on your regular season schedule. It's similar to what they say with the NFL, like not exactly, of course, but that every week matters.
Yeah,
like that every game matters in the NFL because it's a shorter season, and like it feels like the games are bigger. You're only playing once a week, so the games still matter. Whereas like baseball and the NBA,
17-game schedule.
I mean, I don't like that the NFL went to 17, but I mean, the games still matter. Like the NBA and the MLB get criticized because their seasons are so long.
Sure.
But you don't really have that problem in football.
No, but I don't know if it's an exact comparison between the NFL and college football.
It's not exact.
Just because of like, there's still only 32 teams, right? And like, yeah, there'll be a couple of terrible teams every year, but like those terrible teams can still beat the best teams from time to time. In college football, that's still not, to me, really the case. Like Ohio State never really has to sweat out any of their games in the Big Ten, especially against the lower tier. Like the Georgias of the world very rarely have to sweat out.
Well, I think that's changing with the way that the talent is a little bit more dispersed in the NIL era.
What's been the biggest upset in the SEC over the last couple of years?
The biggest upset in the
yeah,
SEC?
take some time and see if you can think of one. We'll continue the conversation.
I got a few.
Well, get them ready, present them to me, and let's talk about it over the next segment. Because, then see if you can think of any in the Big Ten. Because, I don't feel like the Big Ten really ever has any big ones outside of it. I guess Penn State did the job a couple times this year. You did have the one time Ohio State lost to Purdue. It was Schiano back in the day. But, give me the biggest upsets you think of in the SEC over the last couple of years, and we'll talk about them. Stick with us. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Check out exclusive Fan Run video content on YouTube. Just search Fan Run Sports and be sure to like and subscribe.
Your Knoxville Smokies are back home all this week, and we've got the best promotions, like kicking off the week with Cinco de Mayo. Then all-you-can-eat Wednesday, Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday with half-off draft beers, and this weekend, get to the ballpark early on Friday and get your free camo replica jersey. Love gum? Well, good. It's Big League Chew Night on Saturday with post-game fireworks, and we're celebrating Mom on Sunday. It's Mother's Day. Woo! What a week. Reserve your seats now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
It's in the SEC of the last couple years.
Well, you had Vanderbilt beating Alabama.
Okay.
On the same day, you had Arkansas beating Tennessee.
Okay.
Florida over Texas last year. I think that counts as a pretty big upset for the expectations Texas had and as bad as that Florida team was.
I'm completely on board with the first two. I don't know if I'm on board with Florida, Texas. Just when you think about – when you talk about the expectations, I mean, hell, Florida had top 15, expectations last year.
Not by that point in the year.
Well, no, not by that point in the year, but Texas had kind of shown that they weren't a top 5 team by that point in the year either, had they?
Well, here's the thing. I got a few others. I think what this exercise has proven to me is that you talked about the depth of the SEC.
Yeah.
Which is what I was saying, the talent being a little more dispersed.
I might be misremembering, but I feel like that Florida Texas game was basically like, I want to say it was like only like a less than a touchdown spread.
Well,
either way, keep going.
If you want to say that, it's not as big of an upset as those first two.
Sure. I acknowledge the first two. I don't know how I feel about Texas, Florida.
Florida State beating Alabama.
Okay. Now, Florida State, Alabama, would that not kind of – that doesn't really prove your point about – or are you saying the talent across the country is distributed more equally? Because when you said it, I took it as more of the SEC being distributed equally, but maybe
kind of
the
both.
whole country. Okay.
Kind of both. But I think it's more – you're seeing it more in the SEC than you are, like you said, in the Big Ten, because the only one I can really think of there is UCLA beating Penn State last year.
Yeah.
But – the SEC schedule, you're just not seeing that Georgia, Alabama dominance like you did the last 10 years prior to that. Like Georgia having to sweat out these games against Kentucky. Like they're not all necessarily upsets, but they're close to, like last year we had to sweat Mississippi State. We had to sweat Arkansas again. I mean, South Carolina should have beat A&M last year.
Does Georgia have any of these? Do they have any blemishes? Just losses? I mean, I know they've sweat some.
Actually getting upset? No, they normally pull through.
Like I don't think Georgia. I don't think Georgia's been immune to like sweating some games really during the whole entire Kirby Smart era. Like I mean, they've played some close ones, but they've always kind of won them. Like have they started losing any of them yet?
I mean, you could say them losing to that Alabama team last year, honestly. But when you look at the talent, like,
sure.
It's obvious that Alabama team was, poorly coached compared to their talent level. But
yeah, I mean, everyone's talking about, Alabama being maybe the most talented team in the country and yada, yada, yada over the last couple of years. So,
yeah.
But I mean, them getting smacked by Ole Miss, maybe you could say that in 24. Like that's something that we're not really used to seeing, right? Like Georgia getting, I mean, they got
24.
Yeah, they got dominated in 24 by Ole Miss. It was 28-10.
The rain game?
Yeah, it was the rain game. But like that one to me is a new one.
Well, and then them losing to Ole Miss in the playoff this year. Actually, you could say that again. Yeah.
Okay. So like maybe there's a little bit of a slippage there as Ole Miss has risen up.
Yeah, Ole Miss had some talent, but I think what it shows you is that like the SEC is the coaches always bitch about it. I mean, it's such a grind.
Sure.
And I think it is. And I was kind of making that point the last couple of years, like as the Big Ten has risen, like there's no Rutgers, there's no Maryland, there's no Purdue on the SEC schedule. Like I know there's some bad teams, like Arkansas has been bad, Mississippi State's been bad, but they're still good enough that like you got to show up and play those games. Like you're not going to be up 42-7 at halftime in any of those games.
I think when you look at the entire SEC, and let's just say like the last 3 years, you could look at the entire SEC, and really those three schools you mentioned, Arkansas, Mississippi State, and then, Kentucky, I would say those are the only three schools of the 16 that over just the last 3 years have not had playoff aspirations. Like where they sit in the preseason and they're saying, hey, let's go try to make the playoffs.
Well, Auburn's been bad, but Auburn expects more.
But Auburn last year, they talked themselves into the playoff aspirations. I mean, they kind of bullied Hugh Freeze into it because Hugh Freeze is like, "Hell, we've been looking to make a bowl game." And I was like, "What the hell? Why are you playing so much golf then?" And then it turned into we're trying to make the playoffs. So,
well, yeah, and Vanderbilt talked about it. Diego Pavia talked about it, and we laughed them off.
Well, then, of course, you go into the season. Vanderbilt obviously had playoff aspirations in the season, but South Carolina has expected to make the playoff. They've been positioned. You could argue Auburn if you want to throw them off, that's fine. But outside of them, LSU, of course, Florida. Last year in the preseason, people thought that. Missouri, people thought that. Tennessee, Vandy, Oklahoma, Texas, Alabama, A&M, Georgia, and Ole Miss. So by my count, I would say 13 of the 16 teams looked at it and said, hey, at least we are our goal is the playoff. Maybe not a reasonable expectation, but our goal is the playoff. To me, when I look at the Big Ten, I'd cross off Purdue. I'd cross off Maryland. I'd cross off Michigan State. And if we're just doing the last 3 years, I'd probably cross off Wisconsin because they've been, going through a new coaching search and new coaching hire, and that's been a disaster. Rutgers, crossed them off. UCLA, crossed them off. Northwestern, crossed them off. Nebraska, I'll say yes. Minnesota, Illinois.
I mean, even Nebraska and Minnesota, though, feel like not realistic. They feel like South Carolina.
Right.
I think Illinois would be my cutoff.
I would give Illinois, and since I counted South Carolina, I'll count Minnesota. I don't. But yeah, I don't think that they've really had those. So point being, Purdue, Maryland, Michigan State, Wisconsin during this coaching search, Rutgers, UCLA, Northwestern. There's 7 at least, and then you get to Minnesota at 8, and that'd be 8 of the 18 teams.
That's half that league.
Essentially, basically 45% of the league, but yeah. So 3 teams versus 8 teams.
And last year you'd cross off Penn State, halfway through the 3 games in.
Yeah, but the last 3 years they've had aspirations.
Yeah,
I mean, they've been a playoff program, but by my count, 8 of the Big Ten teams aren't even really rolling out of bed and taking this seriously. They're just kind of there to collect a check, whereas 13 of the 16 SEC programs have legitimately been trying to go and make the playoff.
What about Washington?
I counted Washington as a yes over the last 3 years. I mean, they're pretty damn good. I mean, they're in the championship game. Was that not within 3 years?
Yeah.
So
I've been there lately, but
yeah, I mean, I definitely count them.
They weren't very good last year.
No, but I tried to do a 3-year sample just because that's when the expanded playoff is kind of happened. But 3 years ago, Washington was 14-0.
Well, Penn State, Michigan, Ohio State, throw Indiana in there now, and then USC, Oregon are always going to have expectations.
Sure, but the level of expectations that USC is at right now is pretty much what we're talking about with every SEC team outside of those 3.
Yeah, USC now is kind of Auburn.
Yeah, USC. You could tell me USC and SC, South Carolina, are kind of doing the same thing, and it's gross to think about, but it's kind of true. They've been a pretty similar program with pretty similar, feelings in the preseason.
So the point is, in all this, what is the point?
Well, the point is that I do think it's kind of twofold. I do think that I worry because you said there's more upsets, and I don't know if that's necessarily been true. Maybe it has.
I think if you count it as not only have there been more upsets, but also more close to being upsets, more scares. It just shows the depth of the league.
Yeah, if you get into more scares, and obviously we know, and look, I think it's coincided with the SEC not winning a championship the last 3 years.
Yeah.
I don't think the top of the SEC is as good as it used to be. And I think that's your biggest point when it comes to everything being spread out is the SEC no longer has the dominant teams.
Right.
And they're not winning the championship. because of that. Like,
and
hell,
the schedule ain't helping them.
A lot of times they're not even making it to the championship to even play in the game. Like, they're not even getting there.
Yeah.
And the schedule's not going to help. So, like, all that added up, I understand why the SEC coaches now want 24 teams in the playoff. I just don't know if, as a fan of the sport, if I want it. I think I still am in favor of 12 or 16. Now, however, I said I'm a fan of the sport, but to me, most importantly, I'm a fan of Tennessee.
Right.
And from a Tennessee perspective, you definitely need the expanded 24-team playoff.
Yeah.
What level of confidence do you have that Tennessee makes a playoff this year with it being a 12-team playoff?
Very, very little. Very little.
Like 25%?
Probably less than that.
Okay. Bubba, do you have any confidence Tennessee makes playoff this year? Is 25% too high for you as well?
I mean, that's about where I'd be.
Okay.
I just, for us, it's hard for me to get over the young quarterback. I mean, you just don't see it.
I'll go all the way up to 35 because of big bad Deshaun Bishop.
That's true. We do have big bad Deshaun Bishop.
Like, I know there's teams that make it with young quarterbacks. You look at Ohio State last year, but again, the difference in the schedule.
We'll also look at the difference in the talent around that young quarterback. But like,
right.
you just look at how many guys that got drafted, right? Like we know that. But
yeah, of course.
Would that drastically change if it was a 24-team playoff?
I mean, it would go up.
Right, but would it drastically go up?
Yeah. Yeah, it would go up probably 25% for me.
Would you be closer to like 50-50 if it was a 24-team playoff?
Yeah, I would.
It does.
You're doubling the teams.
It does feel like in any given year in the 24-team playoff, you really should be looking at a 50-50 proposition.
I mean, would 8-4 not be the record? Like I said all along in the 12-team playoff, I'm like, hey, 10-2 Tennessee is in the playoff. That's what I always said. 10-2 Tennessee is in a 12-team playoff. If it's a 24-team playoff, I would look at it almost like, hey, 8-4 Tennessee, we're getting in.
I don't know if I agree with that in terms of just the 8-4 being the cutoff.
I don't know if it'd be the exact.
Yeah,
like
I would just be looking every year at 9-3.
Yeah, that'd kind of be the goal.
Yeah,
and it would take a little pressure off of you.
8-4 might get you there depending on each year or whatever. But like, yeah, I would be circling 9-3. Well, FanDuel has Tennessee at plus 340 to make the playoff. The implied odds there are 22, basically 23%.
Well, that's right on right where you said.
The implied odds put you at 23%. Now, if you expand that to 24 teams, yeah, like maybe it just doubles and you go up to 50%.
Yeah, I don't know the exact math on it, but something like that.
Yeah.
That's about where I'd be.
And I would say if you expand it, and let's face it, let's quit saying if, let's just start saying when they expand it, that would probably put double of the amount of fan bases that, realistically are thinking playoff in the preseason. Now, you could say that's good or bad for the sport because, you had those coaches coming out and be like, that's a bad mentality to have because when you don't make it, you think the season's a complete waste and yada, 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 aka I get fired more quickly.
Well, and it's going to only intensify with a 24-team playoff.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's how most NFL teams feel every year. Like, hey, let's make the playoffs. And if not, it does feel like a little bit of a wasted season. You don't sit around thinking, man, that 8-9 record, we had some good times there.
But if you got a coach that's even halfway worth his salt, the minimum expectation is that your games in November should matter.
Yeah. Like
with a 24-team playoff, I think the whole regular season should matter. Everybody's worried about the regular season in college football, but I keep saying it, for years, our regular season didn't matter. It was when you take that third loss, you just kind of accept the fact that, well, okay, November is just going to be kind of meh.
Yeah, if you're looking at it just from your team, for sure. I think when people say that, they look at the entire sport. Like the Oklahoma-Alabama game I talked about that would maybe be really cheapened.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at it first and foremost, like you said about Tennessee. I'm a Tennessee fan first. I'm looking at it through orange-colored glasses.
Obviously, 2014 playoff last year, you still would have been locked in with a lot to play for in the Tennessee-Vanderbilt game. Now, Vanderbilt wouldn't have had as much to play for. They're trying to play for their lives. They probably think, hey, we're in, win or lose this game. But Tennessee would have been playing for a lot there in that game, and that ultimately would have been good for the SEC and for Tennessee and college football.
And that, to me, is the point of, like, for those games you say that wouldn't have mattered as much, there'd be just as many games that would matter to other teams, if that makes sense.
It does. But see, like, my point is that I don't know how much I care about that, like last year's 8-3 Tennessee team. You know what I mean? Like, making the playoff would have been nice, but like the rest of the country, like, I don't know how much they would have come together to watch 8-3 Tennessee try to get in the playoff when most people probably know, like, hey, they're not going to do anything when they get there.
Well, yeah, but that's just, you could say that in any sport any year.
Sure.
Like,
most people
Lakers.
Most people do say it in the playoff, like in the NBA, like, oh, the playoff game, play-in game, yeah, who cares? Like, this is just going to be the team that gets killed in the first round.
Well, and you've been telling me, the Lakers have no chance against Oklahoma City, and I'm like, well, yeah. But you still want to be in the playoffs. You still want to be there and root for your team.
Hour 1 in the books. We'll kick off hour 2 with some headlines. Bubba, send us into the ether.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans. Fan Run Radio.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Planning for spring at Lowe's means big savings on outdoor power equipment, and Lowe's knows nothing feels better than free. Buy one select Ego string trimmer, leaf blower, or mower kit. Get one select 56-volt battery free. That's up to a $299 value. Power through spring with Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 4/3 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block.
At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Good morning, Knoxville. I'm Aiden Sidoti, and this is your Talk Sports update for Wednesday, May 6th. Tennessee baseball homered 4 times and struck out 11 blue hose as the Vols rolled past Presbyterian 8-1 at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. Number 4, Texas heads to Knoxville on Friday to begin a 3-game set. In the NFL, free agent wide receiver Stephon Diggs was found not guilty Tuesday of assaulting his private chef in a pay dispute after previously pleading not guilty in February for a felony strangulation charge. And in the NBA, Cade Cunningham scored 23 points and Tobias Harris added 20 as the Pistons took down Cleveland 111-101 in Game 1 of their second-round series. For the latest stories on all things Tennessee baseball, head over to fanrunradio.com or check out the new Fan Run Sports app. And now back to you guys in the studio.
I've been doing some digging, and Shane Bieber is not related to Justin Bieber, but he does embrace
Off of the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Toast to 6 de Mayo with some delicious White Claw Hard Seltzer. Do it responsibly. Cody Mack, let's hit some headlines. What you got?
Thank you, John. Well, the game ones in the semifinals last night, the Pistons beat the Cavs 111-101, and the Thunder vanquished the Lakers 108-90. So Oklahoma City and Detroit each take a 1-0 lead in the NBA playoffs.
Did you spend much time watching either one of these?
No, I didn't. I got home in time to catch the end of the Lakers if I wanted to watch it, but I just kept checking the score and saw that they weren't really in it. So I was like,
Yeah, an 18-point loss doesn't sound good. I'm not going to make it sound good, but the Lakers did feel like they were hanging around in the first half. But yeah, second half, I mean, they're not gonna compete with the Thunder unless they just get a really hot shooting night. And Marcus Smart was 2 of 8 from 3, 4 of 15 overall. Austin Reeves was 3 of 16 from the field, 0 of 5 from 3. So like they're not gonna win if their guards can't do much better than that. You know what I mean? 2 of 13 from the field ain't gonna get it done. And it seemed as if, you know, they lost by 18 in the 36 minutes LeBron James was on the court. They lost by 6. So like the minutes he has to go to the bench, they're just not going to be able to handle Oklahoma City. Like LeBron obviously can't play 48 minutes. Did you see Ric Flair last night?
Yeah, he wanted Luka out there.
Ric Flair is fed up.
He said, "Get your ass out there."
Luka Doncic.
I mean, he's got a point.
At Luka, please get in the game. Take a shot of cortisone and deal with the pain. They are paying you $50 million a year and you're not there. WTF. I hope at Jeannie Buss trades you next year. Nobody wants a lame duck on their team. Which I don't understand why Ric Flair, he's been tweeting up a storm lately, but every letter of every first word is capitalized. Or every letter of every word, every first letter of every word is capitalized. It's very weird.
That's just the way he likes to do it, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like it's harder to do.
Yeah.
Just do all caps.
I don't know why he's tweeting that way, but he's got a point. Luka should be out there playing for his team. $50 million a year, he's right. You got to be out there. Unless your leg's snapped in half, you ought to be out there fighting through the pain.
It is a little bit of a head scratcher. And look, he's dealing with a hamstring issue, so it's a muscle issue, and they say those are tricky. But just when he got hurt, they made a big deal that he was in better shape than Austin Reeves. Like Austin Reeves' injury was worse. And they also made a big deal about Luka going to Spain to get special treatment. Remember, they said, he's going to Europe and he's getting a second opinion. He's getting treatment to allow him to come back sooner. I mean, his injury happened at the beginning of April. So, it's been over a month.
I don't know what it is about him, but I just don't feel like the Lakers are set up good with him in the future.
With Luka? Well, it's funny you say that because, I mean, that's kind of what Nico Harrison thought in Dallas. He kind of was like, you know what? Something about this guy just doesn't feel right.
He just doesn't seem like a winner to me.
It's hard for me to say he's not a winner because he did take that team to the finals. But, like, I agree that I don't get leadership out of him. Like, I don't like Luka. I don't like the way he plays. I don't like the way he whines. And I think he's kind of an enigma and kind of a prima donna. Like, I'm not going to say, like, hey, your hamstring, go play through it because you can easily hurt it. But I'm just saying it's a little weird that the rest of the league has found ways to get back and play. Anthony Edwards, beat his timeline by 2 weeks to get out there for his team.
Well, yeah, and credit to those guys because those are super millionaires too.
Yeah.
But it is kind of gross when a guy makes $50 million and he's not playing. You know, like I know injuries happen and sometimes a guy can't play, but that's kind of like what Ric Flair's saying. I mean, if it's even close to you being able to tough it out, I think you got to go out there.
Even if it's you not at 100%, you go out there and you spot up and you hit some threes. People like to make fun of James Harden, but like I remember him in Brooklyn a couple years ago when Kyrie was doing the whole, shot thing, and then Kyrie sprained his ankle. The series they lost to Milwaukee, James Harden went out there and was playing with a pulled hammy. And he wasn't nearly as effective, but he was at least out there trying to play and give some type of help to that team. Whereas Luka, he ain't done it. And Austin Reeves, I mean, I give credit to Austin Reeves. This is a contract year for him. Like, he is going to be a free agent after this season, and he's got a lot of money on the table that he is set to, either earn or lose. And he's out there playing, and quite frankly, he's playing very poorly right now. He was 3 of 16 last night. Word to Stone Cold, a different type of Austin. But like he was out there playing and lighting some money on fire because he hasn't been good the last couple games.
316. That was my total yesterday at Arby's. And I thought of that too. I thought of Stone Cold when I got to the window.
That was your total?
Uh-huh.
What the hell did you buy? A soda?
Peach cobbler rolls.
Oh, okay.
It's just a little dessert.
Yeah.
And shout out to the employee. The guy gave me a free cup of ice cream with my because I got my little peach cobbler rolls.
Wow.
And they cooked them for me. And he said, "You want some ice cream with that?" I said, "Yeah."
Yeah, I do.
I've never said no to ice cream.
You know,
I dipped them in the ice cream. It was great.
I've gotten to the point. I told you that on the other day. I went and got ice cream after my little photo shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sunday, I was sitting there, and from 6:30 on, I was like, "Man, I want some ice cream.
Yeah,
I want some ice cream." I
know.
I was like, "I really want one of those chocolate cones." And at like 9 o'clock after the basketball games, they closed at 10. I got up and went and got ice cream.
Yeah, I can go a long time without ice cream, but then just like you, once you get it, it's like then you have a craving for. It's like I should eat ice cream every night.
I probably hadn't had ice cream in like 2 years.
Yeah,
maybe that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but like I really don't eat it because I do. Like it's all I think about now. I just want nonstop waffle cones of chocolate ice cream.
Yeah, I ate a pint the other night. I bought it at the store. I just because I walked by the freezer section and I was like, I never eat ice cream. And I was like, I'm going to buy a pint, and I ate a whole pint.
I don't bring it in the house. I'm not going to bring it in the house. I'm not going to do that. But that new Brewster's is right like down the road. It's like a 3-minute drive, and it's nice and it's fast and it's yummy. And
I like the concretes. Because I just get straight chocolate. That's what I like. It's just chocolate ice cream. And I'll get like, you ever go to one of those places like Andy's or Culver's and Freddy's? Both kind of do the same thing.
I don't really go to those.
Yeah, you never get a burger from like.
I've never eaten at that Culver's there. Like
really,
I've had Culver's before in a different place, but I've not tried the one the new one there.
It's a pretty good burger.
Yeah, it's just very rarely am I like I want a burger. I'm going to go get a fast food burger. Like very rarely is that happening.
What do you mean?
I just don't really crave burgers. Like
you never eat burgers?
No, I eat them, but I don't ever crave them.
You cook them?
Sometimes, mostly turkey burgers though. But like, if I'm at a restaurant and I look at the menu and I see a burger, I'll eat it. But like, I very rarely go out of my way to get one. No, like if I'm on the road, like when we were traveling to Virginia, like I stopped at Wendy's and got a burger or something. Like that's a little bit different though. But like, if I'm here in Knoxville, just going about my day, I'm not going to get a fast food burger. Like that's typically not what I do.
No, you're a chicken man.
Yeah, but honestly, I haven't really been going through fast food and getting chicken either.
You haven't?
Not really.
What do you eat for lunch?
My old lady's been meal prepping.
Well, good for you.
She's had some stuff there, and if not, I've fallen off the wagon. And I've been going and getting sandwiches again.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're a sandwich man.
Yeah,
that's right.
I'm back to the sandwiches.
You eat a lot more sandwiches. Where you might eat a sandwich is where I might eat a burger.
No.
I don't eat that many sandwiches.
I eat a lot of sandwiches.
Surprisingly,
I love sandwiches.
Yeah. You ever make your own?
Sandwiches? Not like the deli style. Like I get 2 pieces of bread and just put some turkey, ham.
Oh, that's what I mean. That's a great.
Well, some people get their hoagies and make like the delis when like those at home. I don't do that, but I get 2 pieces of bread and put some ham, turkey, mustard, and mayonnaise on it, and
that's the best sandwich to me.
Yeah,
just your regular old white bread sandwich. Just you
I do still like those.
It's simple, it's easy. There ain't nothing to it.
And then usually at least once a weekend, my old lady will fix me a egg sandwich. So I eat those quite a bit.
Yeah.
I do love a good egg sandwich.
Yeah. Well, every now and then, a good burger.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love burgers, but like I said, I don't really go to fast food to get them.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of differences in quality, like Culver's, you go Culver's or somewhere, some of them are better than others. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
I had Checkers the other day. That was kind of gross.
Was it?
Yeah.
Where the hell is Checkers at?
Chapman Highway.
Okay. I'm not really ever over that way.
No, you're taking your chances being on, Chapman Highway anyway. You ever eat fast food fish?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I have
Captain D's.
I have before. Those were the kind of the bad days on the farm. Whenever I got part of my job responsibility from time to time was just be the guy that goes and gets lunch for people.
Yeah,
that was always nice. Those are bad days when Dad's like, "Hey, go by Captain D's and get us all some fish. I want some fish." I'm like, "Oh no, this is going to be gross."
You wouldn't eat it?
No, I'd eat it.
What'd you get?
I just would get the fish, like whatever it was. I don't even know what their combos are called or whatever, but it's like 2 pieces of.
You like
cod.
fish sticks?
Mm-mm.
I think you're sleeping on Captain D's and Long John Silver's here.
Long John Silver's was actually the one we had. That was the one actually in Sweetwater.
Is there a difference in the two?
Yeah, one's still existing, the other one's not.
They both still exist.
Do they?
Yeah.
You find me a Captain D's around here.
Chapman Highway, the Cedar Bluff. They're all over the place.
There's a Captain D's on Cedar Bluff?
Yeah.
Where at?
By the not the Home Depot, but
down there? Okay.
By the close to the Home Depot. It's right there.
Oh, they're near Fazoli's?
Captain D's?
Yeah.
There's a Captain D's down there?
Yeah.
Not a Long John's?
I'm pretty sure it's a Captain D's.
Okay.
I know for a fact there's a Captain D's on Chapman.
Chapman Highway is a different universe, though. Like those places, those are the last
one
ones.
at Cedar Bluff that I'm thinking of. I don't think that's a Long John series, but I do get them confused sometimes.
Any other headlines?
Yeah. No, that's a Captain D's, Bubba. So, yeah, it's by the Home Depot. Yeah, Jared Vanderbilt. He got hurt. He dislocated his right pinky. Ouch!
That was his pinky?
Yeah, his right pinky.
I saw him like go off the court. It looked like a separated shoulder. Like he was like dropping his shoulder. That was a pinky injury?
It's just his pinky. Yep. Sources
Anything
say
for Dalton Connect to touch the floor.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how far they're going to have to get down this list before they get to Dalton Connect, because they were, they went to Bronny James in the Houston series before they went to Dalton Connect. Now Dalton did get 2 minutes last night and, mop up duty, but Vanderbilt's been, 7th, 8th, 9th man off the bench for them. I don't know if this will open up some opportunity for Connect, but I doubt it. Just Connect's not an NBA player at this point, and it sucks because I really thought he might have a good career. I thought at the very least he'd be a guy that just sits out there and stretches the floor for you, like a Kevin Huerter type at least, but so far, not so good.
Nick Nurse left the Sixers to attend his brother's funeral.
That's
he
tough.
Had to be away from the team for a bit. You ever go to Chewy's?
I've been maybe twice.
I really like Chewy's.
I went on a date with a girl one time.
Yeah. She get the Elvis Presley Memorial Combo?
And I pretty much said it was maybe the worst day I've ever been on, because I was like, she's like, where are you going to go eat? And I was like, I don't really care. I don't really like Mexican. That's my only thing. She's like, well, I really want Chewy's. I was like, okay, well, I really don't like Mexican. She's like, I've been thinking about Chewy's all day. I said, all right, fine, we'll go. I'll find something.
Yeah. She's like, no, it's Tex-Mex. It's not Mexican.
Yeah. She like doubled down. I was like, all right, fine, we can go.
So she just said, to hell with your preferences.
I said, I'll find something to eat, or maybe at least, drink some margaritas. But it was the worst date ever. It was terrible.
What was so bad about it?
Just her. Everything about her. She was somebody like I sort of knew, kind of knew, but it was kind of weird. We're both at a weird point in our lives where I guess we're both single in our late 20s. Like, I guess we're gonna die if we don't try to start dating out. So we went on a date with each other, and it's just I don't think she had a good time either.
No chemistry.
Yeah, neither one of us really tried to pursue it after that. So I don't. It's not like she was beating my door down wanting me. It was just kind of this sucks.
Yeah. Well, did you pay the bill?
Yeah, I paid the bill.
Well, at least she got a free Elvis Presley.
She got a free something out of it, but it was a miserable time for me.
I love Chewy's. I never go on a date though. Normally I'm alone when I go, which I think is better because you can just eat all you want.
You and Bubba and William need to start hunting in packs. The three of you need to start going out together. You guys got something. If the three of you go out together, a group of girls will be able to pick and get whatever she wants. You guys each bring something different to the table.
I just got a shooting pain in my neck when you said that.
You want a big, brooding protector that's funny? You go with Cody. You want a mysterious man that will make you question your existence? You go with Bubba.
Who takes walks at night?
Yeah. If you want an enigma, go with Bubba. And if you want a nice, young, sturdy man with a good head on his shoulders and a good head of hair,
who knows a great pair of khaki pants when he sees one,
who appreciates a good pair of khaki pants, you go with William. Something for everybody. It's easier to hunt in packs, You should try it. Give it a thought. It's not the whole solo thing.
Share the food though.
The whole solo thing's not working. What'd you ask, Bubba?
Said you got to share the food though. If you're hunting in packs, You see a gazelle, somebody's got to, eat more gazelle than the rest.
Well,
of
that's
us.
fine. And then that person, breaks off, and now there's still two of you. Very rarely does one woman go out by herself, though. She's going to have a group of friends with her.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like maybe there's only one of the trio here, and it's like everybody's focusing on this one, and it's like, all right, who's gonna
take one for the team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you boys also need to know your role. You need to have some self-awareness. Neither one of you should be above taking one for the team, with all due respect.
I've taken enough.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that neither one of you are lookers, is what I mean. Neither one of you are what I would consider nines or better.
This guy got real comfortable when he got settled down here, Cody.
Look, I was self-aware about my dating.
I imagine it does give you some peace of mind.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have to worry about, it's got to be a good feeling.
I mean, you guys
should just get fat now.
You guys, that's
what I would do if I was you. I'd just get fat.
I kind of did. I don't know if you remember. I was in pretty good shape for my standards back in the day. 21, 22. I'd lost some weight, and then I have gotten fat again. But you guys walk a lot, right? Like you guys go to the park and stuff. You see the dogs on their leash, how happy they look.
Because they're all with beautiful women.
Now go walk down Chapman Highway and find the dogs that are just in the dumpster by themselves, scavenging for food, and tell me which one looks happier.
Yeah,
the one that's got an owner that's walking him and taking care of him, feeding him. That's the happy
dog.
dog.
Wants to go off the path, and the owner's got to yank him back here with his leash.
Sometimes a dog's got to be a dog. Sometimes you want to chase a car and you don't even know what you would do if you'd catch it. You know what I mean? You don't even be running after those cars.
Sometimes I know what I'd do.
We'll continue the college football conversation on the other side. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half. Simple luxury for on and off the course.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Tired of spending your weekends working in the yard? Let ECR Total Landscapes handle it for you. We'll take care of de-weeding your flower beds, leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more. Let us do the heavy lifting so your landscape looks great. Right now, get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you mention promo code FANRUN. Reliable service, great results, and more free time for you. Call us today at 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
You could told me didn't care.
Do you think Tennessee can win the SEC this year?
No.
No. How many teams do you think can win the SEC this year?
Oh, yeah, we can.
Texas, Georgia, Oklahoma is going to have a pretty good team. I don't truly think that they'll win it, but I wouldn't include Alabama. A&M never wins anything of note. Realistically, too, I mean, it's Georgia or Texas, probably.
CJ Vogel, who covers Texas, he called it a heat check of teams he thought could win the SEC. For Alabama, he said if everything goes perfectly. For Georgia, he said definitely yes. For LSU, he said yes. For Oklahoma, he says I lean yes. For Ole Miss, he said I think so. For A&M, he said only if quarterback takes a jump. For Tennessee, he said no. For Florida, he said not a 100% no, which then led to some Tennessee fans being like, what the hell do you mean, like Florida? And then someone's just like, he's like, well, they're really talented in the trenches. And then a Tennessee account said, well, Tennessee also has great talent in the trenches this year. And then CJ Vogel, who covers Texas on Texas football, says, I will not be buying into Tennessee. Every year they trick the country by dropping 70 on poor directional schools just to get walloped by anyone with a pulse when the games actually mean something. Is that a fair characteristic of Tennessee football from a national perspective?
Walloped by anyone with a pulse?
Yeah, that hurt reading that.
That's not true. That's not fair. That's not fair, man. Because those Alabama teams we beat had a pulse.
Yeah. We didn't get walloped by Georgia last year.
We always get our ass kicked by Georgia, except for last year.
Yeah, we didn't get our ass kicked. I didn't think we necessarily got our ass kicked in 24, although I acknowledge that like they were better than us. But hell, we were close in that game, and we were up by 10 points twice.
Yeah, I think they kicked our ass in the second half.
They did. But even then, it was a 7-point game until they scored a touchdown with like 2 minutes left.
We don't get walloped. That's not accurate.
I don't feel like it's accurate. We got walloped by Ohio State.
Well, maybe he watched that Vanderbilt game.
And we got walloped by Vanderbilt last year.
Yeah, but we were checked out.
Do you consider us getting walloped? We didn't get walloped by Oklahoma, right?
No, we turned the ball over. Terrible turnovers in that game. The damn fumble return was disgusting. That hurt.
All this is just a national guy out there who didn't pay too much attention, or maybe he's got a vendetta.
Now, who did he say he thinks has a chance?
The entire list, or just like people? Georgia, Texas, LSU. He said if everything goes perfectly for Alabama. He said if Marcel Reed takes a jump for Texas A&M. Texas, he said yes. I don't know if I said that yet. LSU. He said Ole Miss, he thinks yes.
LSU and Ole Miss will be an interesting.
How many picked half the damn SEC right there?
Yeah, I mean, like the only ones he just straight up said no to which maybe that's a better exercise, Bubba, is like the ones he just said no to. He said Arkansas, strong no. Auburn, no. Kentucky, no. Missouri, no. Mississippi State, no. South Carolina, no. Vanderbilt, no. Tennessee, no. Look, I'm not going to get too rolled up about this because Cody said it himself. He doesn't think Tennessee can win the SEC.
What about Florida?
Yeah. He said Florida was not 100% no, and then said they had tremendous talent in the trenches.
Oh, shut up. Shut up, nerd.
Yeah, like to me, like I don't have a problem with saying Tennessee's not going to win the SEC. I don't think they're going to win the SEC. I don't think any Tennessee fans realistically think they're going to win the SEC. My problem is just being completely dismissed while teams like Florida get not a 100% no. And then to say that Tennessee gets walloped every time they're on the national, every time they play a team with a pulse, that just doesn't feel accurate. And it's kind of annoying for people to pretend that's the narrative around Tennessee.
Yeah, it isn't true. Now, we've had some real stinkers.
Yeah.
I mean, and we have been walloped, but I wouldn't say that we've only been walloped by teams with a pulse. We've also been walloped by some pretty mid teams, like South Carolina.
Yeah, I wonder if
Missouri.
I wonder if South Carolina is on his mind as well.
Well, I don't know, but he should walk that back if he thinks those teams had a pulse. If by his definition of who has a pulse, is supposed to, assumedly good teams he's talking about, he would be wrong about those.
I've still got the college football playoff odds pulled up on FanDuel. Do you know who the biggest favorite to make the playoff is?
Just to make the playoff?
Just to make the playoff.
Ohio State?
No.
Oregon?
No.
Indiana?
No. You're nipping at it. I mean, you've got the second best odds, the fourth best odds, and the fifth best odds. You're close.
Texas?
Nope. Texas comes down at seventh, I believe.
I mean, the answer must be Ohio State. How's that not the answer?
Nope, they're only minus 250.
Okay, hang on. Let me reconsider this. Miami.
No, they got the third best odds at minus 300.
Well, what the heck? Georgia?
Nope, Georgia's right there. Georgia's right there below Ohio State.
Are you trying to trick me?
No.
Texas Tech? They lost their quarterback.
No, yeah, I mean, Texas Tech probably would have been much higher had they not lost their quarterback. Even with their quarterback being in limbo, they have the eighth best odds at minus 160.
Well, I had seen where their schedule was just atrocious. They were going to be a double-digit favorite in every single game they played with Sorsby.
Yeah.
Okay, so
you guys have named all the teams that have minus odds except the number one team.
The number one team to make the Notre Dame?
Minus 700 for Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Keep in mind this year they get the automatic qualifying spot if they're in the top 12.
Yeah. Minus 700. Wow.
Minus 700.
What's their schedule look like? Pretty weak, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, they play Miami at home, and that's the only game that is a team that you would consider having a pulse. Maybe at BYU, I guess. BYU was pretty good last year, but even if they lose both those games, they should still be in the top 12, or likely will be at least right there on the cutoff. Other than that, it's Wisconsin, Rice, Michigan State, at Purdue, at North Carolina, Stanford, at BYU, Navy, Miami, Boston College, SMU, at Syracuse.
So SMU, they're going to be ranked.
I mean, by the time November 21st rolls around, I don't know.
Probably not.
I don't think they'd be a preseason top 25
I guess they're
team,
ranked now.
Are they?
That Wisconsin game is in Green Bay at Lambeau. That'd be cool. The Shamrock series. Yeah, Notre Dame, I mean, after what they did to them last year, they basically just guaranteed them a spot every year now.
Minus 700.
See, I was not thinking of independent schools. I was thinking inside conferences. Easy to forget Notre Dame.
Tennessee has the 16th best odds of making the playoff.
In the SEC?
No, not in the SEC. In the entire country.
The nation?
Yeah, that feels like, I know he said it was only like a 22% likelihood, but like I feel like being the 16th best team or the 16th like most respected team when it comes to the odds, that's somewhat of an accomplishment, right? That's somewhat of a I think it's somewhat of a respect, I should say, more than an accomplishment.
Doesn't feel that way to me.
No? Okay.
No. Being the 16th best team.
I mean, that puts you right there on the cutoff.
That doesn't feel good to me.
Okay. And I'm not saying it does or doesn't. I'm just saying when you look at like Tennessee.
I mean, it would feel good if you told me the year was 2012.
Sure.
Okay. Or 2017, I'd feel good.
Okay.
Not right now, man. I want more.
We're just not really showing up in many like preseason top 25. So I was just going to say the gambling odds have you kind of as a top 15 team. I was just trying to look at it as a kind of a glass half full type of thing.
I want more. I want a higher standard. I want to be respected for real.
Yeah, I don't like CJ Fogle saying that we get walloped whenever we play a team with a pulse. That's not really respect.
No, that's disrespect. He's a real jerk for saying that. And I hope he feels the repercussions. I hope people are mean to him in the comments.
Well, the good news is you got a schedule this year that gives you a chance to play a lot of teams with a pulse, including the team CJ covers. Like if Tennessee is able to beat Texas in September, that is one that gets you national respect.
When I pose it to you here today on May the 6th, Wednesday, 2025, 2026, do you think we beat a team with a pulse?
Of the teams of our schedule, which teams would you consider having a legitimate pulse? We'll continue that conversation on the other side. Feel free to hang out with us in the YouTube chat. Let us know what you think. Bubba sent us a break. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together. Season. That is the question. When you look at the 2026 schedule, Cody, which teams do you consider having what you would consider a pulse?
4.
4?
4.
Okay.
There are 4 pulse teams.
Texas, Alabama, A&M, LSU?
That's correct. And then I'm looking at it as there's about another 2 swing games you'd consider maybe swing games, and then there's like the other 2 are must wins.
Is it at Georgia Tech and at South Carolina? That's swing games? Or at Vandy?
I wasn't even looking at Georgia Tech. This schedule's brutal.
The schedule, it was ranked the 15th toughest schedule in the country by Bill Connolly.
I don't like this schedule. I like it in the terms of like the weight of it.
We'll have a lot of fun.
Yeah, like we're going to be up for I got what I asked for. Because for years I've said, I hate these weeks where you got to play Bowling Green.
Yeah.
You don't have that. I mean, the first game, you get a tune-up against Furman. After that, every game matters. I mean, Kennesaw State week 3. But other than that, and that's at least a team that's
they have a pulse. I mean, like in terms of their level, like they're maybe I shouldn't say that.
They're not New Mexico State. You know,
they were respectable last year. I enjoyed watching them play football last year.
As far as games that I'll actually feel like, hey, that's a damn good win, boys. Way to go. Like that you really celebrate though. It's Texas, it's Alabama, it's LSU, and it's A&M.
Right, like the 4 that the CJ Fogels of the world are talking about when they say every time Tennessee plays a team with a pulse, like that. That's what he's really saying. Every big game, they get killed, which again I don't think is necessarily true, but sure, we've laid a couple stinkers, and when you lay a couple stinkers, you don't really get to control the narrative. I get that. So, like, you look at it as 4. Would you call them toss-ups? Would you call them probable losses when you're sitting here right now? Or would you just say games that would fire you up? When you're trying to break down the schedule. Because you said swing games, you know, and you talked about games that you got to win. What would you label the top 4 as?
Just big games, like win one.
Okay.
Like win one of those. Win a game that matters. But the
thing is you got to win 2 of them this year.
Here's the problem.
If you're talking about making the playoff, I think to feel comfortable, you have to win 2 of those games.
You want to know the problem?
Sure. What's the problem?
Let me tell you a little problem.
Tell me the problem. I'm waiting.
I almost think take those 4 games, okay?
Texas, Alabama, at A&M, and LSU.
3 of those 4 are at home.
Sure.
Neyland Stadium. Those are your 4 biggest games.
Great year to have season tickets.
I am almost more worried about the other 4 road games. Georgia Tech, Arkansas, South Carolina, Vanderbilt. Like, those almost worry me more in a way that, like, you're going to pencil all those games in as, like, games you must win.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's any way you get through those 4 unscathed.
Georgia Tech, Arkansas, South Carolina, and Vanderbilt.
Now, Vanderbilt's breaking out this freshman quarterback, right? You feel better about that game, but he's going to have a whole season under his belt by then. And that's a team you must take seriously at this point after what happened last year. I don't think we'll lose that game. I feel pretty good about us going into Nashville and beating Vandy this year.
Yeah.
But, man, those other 3, Arkansas and South Carolina are kind of bottom feeders, but there's 2 extremely scary places for us to play. We do not do well at either of those places, and that Georgia Tech game is tricky as hell. You ought to at least be ready to go for that one, though, you'd think, right? With it being your first big game of the year.
Yes,
but that's going to be a tooth and nail kind of game.
Yeah, I mean, but it's a must win. It's a must win. Basically in every sense of the word.
I'm just kind of like
it's as must win as a game can be on September 12th. But like, if you lose that game, the season is now in flux. And I would say if you lose that game against Georgia Tech, like Josh Heupel, the odds of him surviving the season as the head coach take a drastic hit if he loses to Georgia Tech. Like, I think for all the people that want to fire Josh Heupel and want to move on from Josh Heupel, and they are out there. Now, I don't think they're the majority or anything, but they're out there. But if he loses that game against Georgia Tech, those people will really, really start beating the drum, and they'll start converting people to join them.
Well, and then let me tell you, if that happens and it snowballs, this is a snowballable schedule.
Yeah.
Like 3-9 is not off the table. I'm being a little bit, I'm just saying there's only 3 games you look at, and Furman, Kennesaw State, and Kentucky at home. The only 3 that I think you can pencil in.
If you lose to Georgia Tech, in golf, I've been watching, even playing a lot of golf. And they always talk about like the shots that kind of like unravel the round. Like you don't want like to hit the shot that costs you like a triple bogey that really takes you out of contention. Like Georgia Tech to me is that. You hit the shot that brings the worst result into play. Like if you lose the Georgia Tech game, yeah, like 5-7 is firmly all of a sudden on the table.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I think there's only 3 guarantees on the schedule. And some people wouldn't even call Kentucky a guarantee, but I think at Neyland Stadium, I'll chalk that up as a win. And I think you probably beat that Auburn team at home too. But
yeah, but I mean, I do think with the Kentucky game, they have a first-year head coach. They have excitement. If Tennessee limps into that game with not much to play for, yeah, like that game becomes in play, in my opinion. So I wouldn't even, in this scenario, Sharpie that in.
What do you consider the must-wins? Because I think Vandy and Kentucky are both must-wins.
Sure. Yeah. Then Furman and Kennesaw State.
So there's 4.
I would say, again, I think Georgia Tech has to fit under that. In a vacuum, no. But like when you look at it being the first domino of the season, yes. Like if you just told me, hey, do you have to go beat a team that, won 8-9 games in the ACC last year? That has a pretty good coach that they like. Do you have to go beat them on the road? Most years I would say no.
You could lose it, and then you beat Auburn and Arkansas. You feel okay going into the Alabama game?
I just don't think the season goes well if you lose that game. So for that reason, I have it as a must-win. And like I said, it brings 5-7 into the table. It brings a season's worth of turmoil and people being mad and the pitchforks being out for Josh Heupel. That's a huge game.
I'm just looking at like your most likely wins. Like we mentioned those 4, Vandy, Kentucky, and Furman and Kennesaw State. What's your next most likely win? Like that you'll be favored? Probably Auburn at home?
Yeah, I think so.
I feel better than that than I do at Arkansas and at South Carolina.
You feel better about Auburn or Kentucky?
I mean, I feel better about Kentucky at home.
Okay. Bubba, do you concur with that right now? If you're looking at the schedule, do you feel better about your matchup against Texas or your matchup against Auburn?
You mean Kentucky or
Kentucky?
Auburn?
Yeah, Kentucky.
I mean, I feel better about Texas than Auburn.
Yeah.
But I feel better about Kentucky than Auburn just because Alex Golesh, that kind of story. Byron Brown, not the worst quarterback. We know more about him than we do Kenny Minchie, the transfer from Notre Dame for Kentucky. So at least those 2, guys behind the helm, we know a little bit more about one than the other.
We can say what we want, and you could plant your flag on either side of this, or you can act like this conversation's ridiculous or whatever. But like, there is a reason that the gambling odds right now, the over/under of our win total, is pretty much settled at 7.5.
Yeah, and I can see 2 games in either direction.
Yeah.
Like a great, the schedule provides a lot of opportunity. Like it's going to be fun. there's a great high side there of 9 wins probably, but the low side is also in view.
To answer your question, though, you asked originally how many of the games I see Tennessee winning against a team, quote unquote, with a pulse that would be considered a big win, and we said those are Texas, Alabama, at Texas A&M and LSU.
I'll even throw out A&M if you want to do it that way.
No, you can leave A&M because I think that's a signature win.
I don't think we're going to beat them on the road, probably.
Okay. So there's how many of the home games between Texas, Alabama, and LSU?
We got 3 major home games.
If I had to actually bet something substantial on this, I would say just one. But I would bet 1 before I bet 0.
Okay.
I wouldn't bet 2. I wouldn't bet 3. I'd bet 1 before I bet any of them.
You'd bet 1 before you'd say 0.
Yeah.
That's about where I'm at.
Yep.
I'd like to get one of them. And that's okay if you can manage.
It is okay, but like it's not great. Like you say, it's okay, and like winning one of them, yeah, that would be nice. But like at this point, you said you want to raise the standard. You said you want to raise the expectation. At this point, should we not be gunning for 2 of those?
I just keep going back to the quarterback, man.
Yeah, and that's completely fair. And like maybe if you had a non-suspended gambling addict, Brendan Sorsby, or you had Sam Levitt, maybe you would, or Ty Simpson, maybe you would feel differently about this. Or
I think it's a totally different conversation.
Or a Nico in year 3, like you feel different about this. But like the reality of the situation is you're going to be playing a freshman quarterback. The question is it going to be a true freshman or a redshirt freshman?
Yeah, and if we're being honest, it's probably going to end up being a true freshman. Like by the time you get to those games.
By the time you get to 2 of them, I would say yes.
Texas, maybe Georgia's still out there, but
I maintain my flag is planted in Faison's camp. I think Faison will be your starter going into Georgia Tech.
And I love the potential with Faison, and I really hope he stays here and becomes a tremendous quarterback for us. But at 18 years old, realistically, I can't imagine,
No, but it would be cool just to have one of those special players. Like it does happen sometimes where you just get a rookie or a freshman that just comes and changes everything for you. You see it sometimes. Guys be able to play above their age. Like I've really, really liked watching VJ Edgecombe play for the Sixers, and like he does not seem scared of the moment at all. He's talking trash and he's ready to go. He looks like he's been playing in the league for 4 or 5 years. In the NFL, watching Jaden Daniels 2 years ago as a rookie, doing things you're not supposed to do as a rookie. College basketball, you see it all the time. College football, you see it a lot at different positions other than quarterback. The problem is Tennessee needs a 18-year-old quarterback to come in and be special. It can happen. It can happen.
It's just so rare.
It's just very, 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 very rare. And, like Trevor Lawrence was great. He played in the ACC and he had a loaded roster. I think Tennessee's got a good roster, but I don't think it's necessarily loaded when you compare it to the rest of the conference.
No. And if you use that caveat with Trevor Lawrence, the loaded roster, and playing in a weak conference, like what other name comes to mind? That has there even been a guy that didn't have a super talented roster around him? Like, because you could say, hey, Julian Sayin was pretty good for an 18-year-old, but look at the roster around him.
Yeah.
Like, do you have to go back to Johnny Manziel? Would you?
Johnny Manziel wasn't even a true freshman.
Well, that's right. He was a redshirt freshman.
Yeah.
So
and if you're looking at true freshmen, you don't really have a lot, man.
Unless it's a team with just a super talented roster.
And Trevor Lawrence was awesome. Like Trevor Lawrence was really good.
I mean, I can give you some modern day examples
of quarterbacks.
That guy from California, who's got the name that I struggled to pronounce.
So if you don't know the guy's name,
no, but to
think that.
Yeah, to be fair to Bubba, it's a hard name to pronounce.
Like a Hawaiian-ish or Islander name.
But I'm just saying, I think that kind of proves the point of like it's not a household name, Like you might have been pretty good, but it's like
Jaron Kawhi Sagatopoli has that. Yeah. And like, you're not necessarily wrong, Bubba, but like, I don't think he was like awesome. Like he was good for a freshman.
No, I mean, it's definitely not the same thing at all. But
Yeah, like
he's a good player. That's also very but it's not. He's not Trevor Lawrence.
Cal, he threw for 3,400 yards. He had 18 touchdowns and 9 interceptions, and they won.
We're talking about contending for the playoff.
Yeah, like that. They went like what 7-5 last year. Lost their bowl game to Hawaii. It's like he was able to play, but like he wasn't special by any means. I mean, I'm just looking at CBS Sports list of best true freshmen. Trevor Lawrence does come in at number 1, and then you just get to a whole bunch of position players because there have been freshmen that can do that.
Smith.
Then you get down to number 11, Jalen Hurts, but again, that's a loaded Alabama team, and you could argue that 2016 Alabama is maybe the most loaded, when you look at the talent around him during that stretch. Phillip Rivers in 2000. That's pretty much it.
If you want to look at the glass half full, though.
Sam Howell in 2019. Okay, let's see here. Sam Howell threw for 3,600 yards and 38 touchdowns. However, they did go 2-9. Oh no! I take that back. No, they went 7-5. They went 2-9 the year before. So that's a pretty good turnaround from 2 wins to 7 wins.
Who is this you're talking
Sam
about?
Howell.
Sam Howell?
Yeah, you remember him at North Carolina?
Yeah. I mean, I remember the name.
He had 38 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. So like
as a true freshman?
Yeah. I mean, I would lock in that production.
Yeah, you're just not going to get that in the ACC. In the SEC.
No.
It's not going to happen.
No, you're not. And people talk about Jamil Holloway at Oklahoma. He's basically the only true freshman quarterback outside of Trevor Lawrence to lead his team to a national championship.
There is a glass half full way to look at it that maybe we can get to in the next hour.
You can start us off with the glass half full approach. Hour 2 in the books. We'll kick off hour 3 with some headlines. Stick with us.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Experience the thrill of traveling with C&B's exclusive travel program. Customers age 50 and above with a Plus Perks checking account can participate, ensuring a safe and delightful travel adventure. Take a day trip or an overnight trip. Travel domestic or international. C&B is always on the go.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Round 3.
The world's greatest radio show. The world's greatest radio show in Tennessee.
Power rankings, Tuesday trivia. John, Reed, and Cody going wild. No Olivia. Wood grain on my leather seats. I got the whole team eating like I'm Johnny Eats. Morning booming from 7 to 10. Ay. Talk sports while I'm chewing a Zen. Ay. Talk sports while I'm riding to work. All the ops take a ride in a hearse. East Knoxville. Ay. Morning booming from 7 to 10. Ay. Morning booming from 7 to 10. Ay. Morning booming from 7 to 10. All the ops take a ride in a hearse.
Hour number 3 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. If you're looking for something to do tonight, may I suggest some general team trivia down at Barley's in the Old City. If general team trivia isn't your speed, on Thursday nights, they do sports trivia. Go out and win. Get you a $50 gift card. Eat you some delicious pizza. Drink some booze. Support the people who support Fan Run. All right, Cody, you got a glass half full approach. Give me a glass half full.
What if Jim Knowles is that guy and that strength coach who I can never remember his damn name?
Derek Owings.
Derek Owings. Thank you, Bubba. Is that guy. And this roster is just completely transformed from last year. And you've got a tough, physical, defensive-minded football team that is pretty stout and ranks near the top of the SEC in defense and is really, putting it on teams physically again. And you've got the best offensive line in the conference, some are saying.
And don't forget who's running behind that offensive line. Big.
Who is it, Bubba?
Bad.
Bish.
What if your strengths are really significant strengths,
sure,
and you get back to running the football and playing defense?
I don't necessarily want to get back to just running the football because we might have, one of the best receiving.
There's some puzzles here. There's some keys that are opening up some
we have some of the best receivers in the SEC. Like,
here's what I'm trying to spin. What if your strengths really are your strengths, and then that complements your passing game and makes it easier on this young quarterback? And what if the one position that Josh Heupel has had success with is quarterback? Because when has he not had a serviceable quarterback? Now, say what you want about,
what do you mean,
Joe Milton.
What do you mean by serviceable?
I mean, at least putting up the numbers. Say what you want
the numbers.
Are you okay with Aguilar?
Yeah, the numbers. I don't get wrapped up in the numbers.
Say what you will about Joe Milton and Joey, but you wouldn't call either of those guys bad, would you?
No, I wouldn't call him bad.
So I'm just saying.
I wouldn't call him good.
But a talent.
Joey was borderline good, but Joey just soured me so much in that Oklahoma game, man. Like,
yeah, that sucked. But let's say Joey had this revamped Jim Knowles and Derek Owings defense that's just physically imposing. And that's what I'm saying. There's a positive spin to this.
Sure.
I
don't want to be painted as a negative guy. I'm in on this season. Like, I think I think there's a chance to do something this season. We're just talking about the schedule and beating a team with a pulse. The schedule is tough. Like, you're playing
I just think, that last segment we were looking at the downsides and what could be bad.
Fire me up.
And I'm just thinking I can do both. I can look at it both ways.
Yeah, I said I would bet on one, but that doesn't mean that I don't see two as possible, or hell, even all three.
Sometimes it goes your way.
What I will say about your prompt about those three games, if you beat Texas, 3 all of a sudden maybe becomes the most likely scenario there. Winning all 3 of those home games if you beat Texas.
What is it we always say?
What do we always say?
The thing my old football
Good
coach
to be
used-
here. Good to be anywhere.
I don't think I
varsity
said that
athlete.
today. I don't think I said that today.
I'm hungry.
The thing my old football
I hate
coach-
life. I wish I would disappear. That's Bubba. Sound like yeah.
And stuff like that.
And stuff like that. I what do I say? I say
well, actually,
DiBentanza.
Good to be here. DiBentanza.
Talk about AJ DiBentanza.
Yeah, back in the booth, back on the airwaves.
Yeah.
Johnny
Hungy.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Oof.
Oof.
I don't like when you do that. That upsets me.
What about woof? Can I do woof instead?
I'd rather you do woof.
Woof.
Woof. Yeah, that's better. Ethan Woof. That's what Butch Jones used to say. Well, I've lost my train
That's
of
better than
thought.
what he used to say at Daniel Helm.
Yeah. I forgot what I was.
You know what the story was there with that? What he did to
what
poor
your coach used to say.
What he did to poor Daniel Helm.
Thank you, Bubba. What's that?
Poor guy, just really, really sweet Christian boy. Quiet. I want to say he was a homeschooled kid, just real quiet. Apparently one time in a team meeting, Butch Jones called him out and said, Ethan, I want you to get out your paper and write down, I'm a big bleeping meow 100 times.
Yeah, well, but Butch had a standard, It's,
Might be back on Butch.
sometimes I wish it had worked out.
Now, what did your
Butch.
coach always say?
Football comes down to 2 things at the end of the day.
Running and tackling.
Blocking and tackling.
Damn it.
Blocking and tackling. Everybody overcomplicates football. But at the end of everybody wants to talk about these quarterbacks, these shiny 7-on-7, these passing games.
Sure.
At the end of the day, football comes down to blocking and tackling. If you can block and you can tackle, you got a chance. I mean,
That's what Indiana did. That's what the Seattle Seahawks did.
You'd like to have a great quarterback, but if you can sometimes just get a serviceable quarterback, and if you trust Josh Heupel with the one position he ought to know that he played at a near Heisman level, I mean, I can see the glass half full.
Let's get to some hour 3 headlines. What you got?
Well, I'm over here trying to get fired up.
I hear you.
Hell, football season's right around the corner.
Save it for Bubba's Cap or Facts.
Well, Sabrina Carpenter and George McIntyre are reportedly dating, says X.
I don't believe that.
You don't think that's true?
No.
Okay. Well, how about this? Let's stick with football. If you are looking at the glass half empty approach and you think we're going to be sitting there at the end of October with a 3-4 football team, at least you will be able to look forward to dark mode, which has been confirmed to return this year by Bill Martin, the Senior Associate Athletic Director of Communication.
Well, I think you should be careful saying that about 3 and 4 and sitting there, because he went out of his way to say, hey, we don't know what games are night, what games we have that'll be night games. Like it could be Kentucky, it could be LSU, just depends.
Oh,
because he basically said we're not doing dark mode if the games during the day. Like if the games, if they make Tennessee and Kentucky play at noon, that
would look stupid.
Well, right, but there's a chance Tennessee Kentucky would be at noon or noon 45, and that wouldn't be dark mode game.
I'm thinking South Carolina on the. Well, no, that's an away game. Never mind.
I would say Lane Kiffin coming into town would likely be a night game, and LSU getting them here. So I would say Tennessee LSU might be dark mode.
Yeah, so that'll be fun if you're sitting at 3 and 5, and hey, everybody wear black
to our funeral.
That'd be great. But Bill Martin confirms there will be a usual dark mode game. So good to know that you can look forward to that if you were hoping for that. What do you make of this Kentucky Mark Pope Q&A that they've done? Just a terrible misstep by the Kentucky basketball PR department.
I've seen Matt Jones, Kentucky Sports Radio. They're big guy out there. Like I've seen him really over the last couple of days say that like the athletic department, Mark Pope, they need to get out and talk. Like he has been calling for them to like say stuff because they've been pretty reclusive. Apparently they've really cut off access to like all the Kentucky reporters, and like they're not really playing ball with them anymore, but like they're also just not making any public appearances or stuff. So like there was a call for them to actually come out and say some stuff. Now, whether or not that should be Mark Pope tweeting out, hey, I want to take your questions, send me some stuff, and let's let everybody, all the other fan bases, come into our comments and laugh at us. Like that's really what it turned into, was some negative Kentucky fans and some other fan bases getting in there and laughing.
Yeah, not good.
But like there was a call for Mark Pope to come out and say some stuff. Now, I will say this is probably going to be better than doing like a radio show where, anybody can call and ask you questions. Like I'd imagine some poor employee over there's had to go through all the comments and try to find like 5 questions they can ask that aren't too negative, that give Mark Pope a chance. A couple of softballs, and maybe they ask one that he's able to say like, hey, things ain't been as great as we want, yada, 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 and take some accountability for it. But
yeah, we're hoping to have a starting 5 maybe by November.
Which around that same time, around that same line, I should say, Marcio Santos was a guy that Mark Pope went to Israel to watch play basketball and recruits, and he apparently committed to LSU just a little bit ago. So he wasn't even able to go get that guy.
That's rough. That's rough for old Mark.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can get it turned around for his sake. I mean, I don't care if he does. I hope he doesn't. But, Stephon Diggs was found not guilty of that strangulation and assault yesterday afternoon.
He beat all the charges. It
ain't all he beat, most likely. But
no, he beat that charge too.
Yeah, well,
that he was found of no wrongdoing with that woman in terms of not paying her, for beating her, for all that stuff. They found him not guilty of all of it.
How about this? All these NFL guys getting off lately. Everybody, James Pierce, I mean, he managed to get out of his charges. It's
I don't think, did he get out of his charges?
L'Jarius Sneed, he gets his charges dropped.
Sneed. With Pierce, like
he got like a misdemeanor.
Yeah, and Pierce was getting out of like going to prison. But like he at least had to do like some community service and like stay like on probation, right? Like,
Shout out to the NFL lawyers making sure these guys get to play.
Yeah.
The Giants beef up their defensive line by adding DJ Reader. You familiar with him?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Lawrence Taylor out of the hospital. It's good to see.
Oh, wow. Okay.
After his stomach-related illness.
It made it sound like he was dying, which, I mean, I guess maybe he's still like when that came out about Lawrence Taylor, it to me sounded like he was going to go to the hospital and die in the next couple of days. So at least he's not going to do that. Now, whether or not he good for Lawrence Taylor.
LSU secures the commitment from the nation's number 1 tight end, Ahmad Hudson, for next season.
All right.
So Kiffin getting a big one in there. That's good news for them. And the WHO is warning about this hantavirus. I know Bubba mentioned it earlier, but
is that in the Bahamas or is that just everywhere?
Well, it's a cruise ship situation.
Oh.
The WHO has warned. I think it's the World Health Organization. I don't think Roger Daltrey and Pete Townsend had anything to do with it. But human-to-human transmission may have occurred on the cruise ship hit by the deadly hantavirus outbreak. 3 people have died.
Oh, wow. That's killed 3 people?
3 people dead and several others ill.
Oh.
So this is.
Do I need to cancel this trip?
Something. Well, it's something to keep an eye on.
Wouldn't that be something? You tell me to go on vacation, and I go on vacation, and I get sick and die.
You get the hantavirus. Yeah.
Isn't it ironic?
Rudy Giuliani taking off the ventilator, so he's progressing well. Do you know he was sick?
Yeah, I thought he was another one that was getting ready to die.
Yeah, well, not yet, I guess. Here's one that affects you. Delta. Apparently, customers are in an uproar as the airline has cut snack and beverage service on hundreds of flights daily.
So I think now the new cutoff is 350 miles. If your flight is under 350 miles, you do not get the snacks. They do not bring the cart around anymore.
Have you been receiving emails about this?
I saw a story about it and I read it, but I really don't like, or I don't really like care too much about the in-flight snacks. I don't ever really get the food.
You don't like snacks?
Not on the plane. Like if I'm really hungry, I'll eat some of those cookies, but like I usually just say no thanks. Maybe I'll take a cola, every now and then, but typically I bring something on the plane, a drink. Typically.
I really like the Biscoff cookies.
You do or don't?
I do.
Oh yeah, see, I don't really like them.
You don't like those cookies?
There are sometimes I'm on the plane though.
Anything?
Yeah, there are some. I love Coca-Cola. Sometimes I'm on the flight and they bring it around. I'm like, yes, I want this Coke so bad. But then sometimes I want to sleep. Sometimes I just don't want to bother anything.
Yeah.
But like, the people that fly all the time, 350 miles is kind of a long trip. But if you're flying, 4 hours, 3 or 2.5, 3 hours, I don't know if that meets the cutoff. 2 hours. How long is a 350-mile flight? What would that be in terms of
350 miles? So that'd be like here to Memphis, basically. That'd be about 2-hour flight. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, 2 hours, long time to sit there, no snacks. It takes 2 hours to fly to Memphis.
I mean, I'd say roughly. It might be less than that, like between an hour and a half and 2 hours. Depends on if you get a headwind or a tailwind.
A lot of times when I fly, though, I am flying from, Knoxville to Atlanta. Won't get any snacks on that anymore.
Maybe closer to an hour and a half. Again, depends on the wind.
Mm-hmm.
That can have a big impact. So,
okay.
And then one other note here: the family of the murdered Nashville student. Do you remember that girl, the Belmont girl that was out for a jog and she got murdered a couple years ago?
Yeah,
or at this point, maybe it was 3 or 4 years ago. Well, her family is apparently outraged over the killer's sentencing, saying it should have been a life sentence. This guy did not get a life sentence. He took a plea deal to dodge the more severe prison sentence. And the family says it's not enough. I still think it should have been life in the wake of the hearing. So an update on that story that happened 3 years ago. I don't know. I remembered it. He pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. So 38 years is what he got.
Okay. I was going to say some closure, but I wonder how much anger. Yeah, this is.
Yeah, they don't seem to be satisfied with it.
I don't know if that's closure if you leave it angry. I don't know.
Yeah, 38 years. That's quite a long time, but still, the chance to get out, for a murderer.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's that.
Bubba, headlines are over. I'll give you some time to roll over and get us to commercial. Prepare cap or facts. Wait, today's Wednesday. I'm all twisted. Prepare some overrated, underrated. Damn, I thought it was Thursday. I thought we were close to the weekend. It's just hump day. That damn Cinco de Mayo got the best of me. Overrated, underrated. Coming up next. Stick with us.
For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Your tax refund belongs to you, not an identity thief. Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft last year. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. They monitor and alert you to identity threats you'd miss on your own, even if you're careful with your personal information. And if you do become a victim of tax-related identity fraud, LifeLock has U.S.-based restoration specialists ready to help solve your identity theft issue. Plus, all LifeLock plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, meaning LifeLock will reimburse you up to the limits of your plan if you lose money due to identity theft. Let LifeLock help protect your financial info, so all you have to worry about is what you do with your tax refund. Go to LifeLock.com, save up to 25% off your first year. The promo code is HERD, promo code HERD, to save up to 25% off your first year. LifeLock.com. Identity theft protection starts here.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of Talk Sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans.
They don't die.
Gentlemen, start your engines. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time for Overrated, Underrated here in our beautiful fair city on this very rainy day. Kind of gets people in the mood a little bit. You know, you stay in, you stay out of the wetness out there.
That puts me in the mood, all right. The mood to take a nap.
Heck yeah. You know, I had a really great idea for a topic, and then I forgot it. And all right, thank you, Cody, for that. We appreciate that.
Cody's disgusted by your overrated, underrated. He just got up and left. What the hell?
It happens, man. I get it. It happens. Well, do we keep delaying for him?
No,
to
he's back. He's good. You all right? What the hell happened?
I was looking for our horn.
Oh, we got breaking news?
I don't know where it's at. We got breaking news.
Get it, Bubba. Bubba's got the horn. I spent good money on that horn.
Ted Turner has died.
Ah.
The legendary TV mogul and philanthropist, CNN founder, and of course huge in the wrestling scene back in the day. Ted Turner has died at 87.
Well, it's a good thing AEW's underneath their belt. Part of Warner Brothers.
R.I.P. to Ted Turner.
Did some good. Did
Yeah.
some bad. Just a man.
I mean, he was a Time Magazine Man of the Year.
Yeah, I was going to say, you say did some bad. I mean, I don't know what you mean in terms of.
Just a very wealthy man.
Bubba means because he created CNN.
Okay,
Bubba's very anti-CNN.
I didn't say that.
He loves Fox News.
I've pretty much only heard nice things about Ted Turner. Maybe I didn't know there was something there I didn't know of, but
just wealthy men. You know?
Sure, yeah. Like how good can you be if you're that wealthy is kind of the mindset there.
Well,
but he did create Captain Planet just to try to fight global warming way back in the day. He didn't have to do that.
And he was a philanthropist, at least. I mean, he gave away some money. He didn't just hoard it all for himself. I mean, he made a lot of money, big time billionaire, but he gave some away. Time Magazine's Man of the Year in 1991. Transformed the world, Bubba. This guy transformed the world of television.
I don't think I knew that he went to Macaulay. Did you know that?
In Chattanooga?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
According to his Wikipedia page, he was born in Cincinnati and moved to Savannah, Georgia from an early age. And then, whenever he was in high school, he attended the Macaulay School.
I mean, this guy
in Brown University.
He invented 24-hour news, essentially, which you could say has been, maybe negative for the country.
A net negative, for a lot of things, sure.
But at the time,
sure.
A huge deal. Also a sports figure, of course.
Used to own the Hawks, the Braves.
The Atlanta Braves, yeah.
The Thrashers, RIP to them.
WCW.
WCW. I don't know if I knew he was married to Jane Fonda either for 10 years.
I don't think I knew that. But a giant figure in TV. Ted Turner. Dead at 87.
Yeah, I assume just died.
It was disclosed in 2018 he was suffering from dementia, Lewy body dementia, a brain disorder affecting memory and cognitive function. So he had been declining, I guess, but 87, that's a pretty good run.
Whenever CNN launched, Turner famously stated, "We won't be signing off until the world ends. We'll be on, and we will cover the end of the world live, and that will be our last event. We'll play the national anthem only one time on the 1st of June, whenever it debuted, and when the world comes to an end. We'll play Nearer My God to Thee before we sign off." He commissioned a video recording of a military marching band playing that hymn. That's kind of crazy.
The OJ car chase too. I mean, that was them, right? Didn't they have the first big coverage of the live car chase?
Was that their thing?
I want to say so. I think so.
I don't remember that. The trial, I remember that being a big part of CNN. The trial, the 24-hour coverage of that. But no, the actual chase. They cut in on NBC for that. Like they weren't the only people covering that.
Okay.
They preempted the NBA Finals game between the Rockets and the Knicks and put it like on a small picture and had the car chase up on the big screen. What was your favorite WCW memory, Bubba?
I was a little before my time.
You didn't go back and watch it?
Nope.
Okay. Never mind. Anything else you want to say about Ted Turner?
Nope, I don't have anything else.
Okay.
R.I.P. to him.
R.I.P. to him.
All right, so getting back into overrated, underrated, that man probably very underrated. Being the first overall pick in your respective sport, is that overrated or underrated?
It's a good question. It's a good question by you, Bubba. We all want to be the first pick. You know what I mean? Like you want the title of being the most desired, the best prospect, the best player, whatever. But the success rate, being the first pick means you typically go to the worst team. If you just look at it from an NFL standpoint, would you say the number one pick has produced more busts or more like legendary players?
More busts.
Yeah.
Just guessing, I would say. You're not talking just quarterbacks, so you're talking.
No, I'm talking about everybody.
Well, I don't know. Probably fewer busts. I don't know about legendary players, but I'd say
Sure.
more guys have been successful than not.
Okay.
as the number one pick.
Yeah, sure. And like in most instances, if you had the career that Jadeveon Clowney had, most NFL players be like, you know what? That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't Reggie White or Bruce Smith, but pretty good career.
Made good on his promise.
Yeah.
But whenever you consider he was the number one overall pick, it feels a little disappointing, you know?
Yeah, I could see that angle to it.
Like Kyler Murray, you know, he's hanging around. He's still a starting quarterback, a decent enough player, but being the number one overall pick seems a little disappointing. Same thing for my boy Zachary Richauche. Like everyone in the NBA makes fun of him because he was the number one overall pick.
So you think it might be overrated?
I think it's a fair question. I think it's a good question. I still think most players would probably want it and say that it's really cool, but they'd probably tell you it's a little overrated because it comes with just so much more pressure. Comes with more money. Comes with the coolness factor that you can say, but then everyone in your draft class kind of hates you and is trying to beat you. You're the hunted for your draft class.
I think I would call it underrated when you look at the money.
Yeah, I call it overrated.
If I made more money than everybody else, I wouldn't really care if I didn't quite live up to my potential.
Well, you only make more money for the first couple of years, though. Then they can pass you.
Yeah, but then you're still making you're still getting another contract. Like whether they make more than you do at that point or not, you know, you're gonna be pretty successful financially.
You are kind of the legacy guy of that draft too. They judge the draft off of you.
Yeah, I think I'd go closer to underrated.
Okay. In the NBA, I feel like the number one picks, for the most part, all pretty damn stout, right? Like all pretty much live up to the hype for the most part. Not my boy, Zachary Richauche, but everyone else being the number one pick, for the most part, has led to some pretty good success for most players.
Y'all can say what you want to about me, whether or not I lived up to my potential, but I'll enjoy this $78 million.
Sure. But you go to a bad team, and that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
When you look at the people who were busts or weren't great, like, they'd probably be better if they went somewhere else, had they gone a little bit lower. So that kind of sucks, too. Bubba, next topic, please.
It could be Ryan Leaf.
Yeah.
They're about every day.
Or he wasn't number one, was he?
He was number two.
Yeah.
Happy hours, gentlemen. Are happy hours overrated?
Surely to God, you knew Peyton Manning was number
or
one
underrated.
Pick.
Yeah. I was just thinking of the biggest busts like Jamarcus Russell. And
Jamarcus Russell. There's a guy. What'd you say, Bubba? Happy hours? I got to be honest. Happy hours probably a little overrated. You know what I mean? Like, most of the time, you don't really want to drink from 3 to 6. Now, if you can get there at 5 o'clock and get a couple of discount drinks, sure. But most times, you're only saving a $1 or $2. You know what I mean? It's an inconvenient time. The late night happy hour, now that's a different story. If you tell me the late night happy hour is like, hey, yeah, we knocked some money off of the appetizers here. You can get some food for a little bit cheaper. That's a different story. But like the midday happy hour, I've never been a huge fan of because, quite frankly, I don't need to be boozing in the middle of the day.
Yeah, and happy hours are during the week.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you really need to be out there boozing on a Tuesday at 3 p.m.? I mean, maybe you do. Maybe you do. Maybe it's a little underrated, happy hour, actually, because you said it's 3 to 6.
I mean, most places, I feel like that's a pretty standard happy hour.
I mean, 3 to 6. How else are you going to get through the drive? You know what I mean? So we'll say a little underrated, actually, for happy hour.
And I get it from a restaurant standpoint. You want to do it to try to get people in there before dinner, to try to bridge that gap when it's slow. But if you go to a bar during happy hour, it might be a pretty depressing place.
Yeah.
It could just be a bunch of people sitting in there by themselves, no friends, no family.
Just a lot of lonely men.
Just want to drink some booze. Yeah.
A lot of guys sitting around the bar by themselves, making sure there's at least 2 seats in between them and the next guy.
Is it fair to say that happy hour is a man's game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I feel like most women aren't like, ooh, it's happy hour. They don't really.
No, unless they're those business type of women.
Sure.
You know, out at some conference or something.
But even then, they're probably not worried about saving a couple bucks.
How do we appeal to women on this?
Daiquiri time.
Ladies' night.
Martinis. No lonely men at the bar. Women only.
Women drink for free. What if I mean, there are some happy hour deals that are good though. Like most of them, like you said, are nothing special. It's like $1 off. Yeah, you get $1 off cocktails, you know. But every now and then you run into a place that's got a good one, like a real good one, like everything's half price or something like that. Maybe that's worth it. But yeah, who needs to be drinking at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday?
Not me. I'll wait till 6:15. Regular dinner time.
All right, full press McGee over here. John, I don't know if you've ever encountered these gentlemen in your gym going experience, or Cody as well, but personal trainers.
That's nice of you to include Cody in that.
Are personal trainers overrated or underrated?
This is a great question. I've never really done anything with a personal trainer. Cody, do you think that you would like a personal trainer, or would you hate it?
No, I would absolutely hate that. Very overrated. Very, very, very overrated.
I think for a lot of people that are uncomfortable with like exercises and what to do, I think they're very valuable for though. Like, right? If it's like, hey, you want to lose weight?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
these.
that's what you need is for your wife to get a personal trainer. And then 2 months into that, you're looking for a divorce.
Well, I wasn't talking about the wife. I was looking at it from a personal standpoint. Like if I was going to try to get in the gym for the first time and didn't really know what I was doing, it would kind of be nice to do a couple personal training sessions.
Wouldn't that mostly be women?
No, not necessarily.
I mean, you're talking about like not knowing how to work out and not knowing which exercises to do and stuff?
Yeah, like plenty of men have personal trainers. Now, maybe it's
pretty overwhelming out there.
Maybe it's more about women, but like I see plenty.
I mean, what man doesn't know how to do some lat pulls or some cleans or some bench press or some curls?
Maybe your shoulder's got a little twitch in it, so you can't do that exercise anymore. So this guy's got to work with you to find a different alternative.
Yeah, or like some people don't know like what days to do what, like when to do what. Hey, am I supposed to do my curls and bench press on the same day? And the trainer's like, no, we don't want to do that on the same day. Some people don't know, brother.
I used
Some
to
people
bench
are
press
nerds
every day.
Yeah.
That's how you get strong. Forget that alternating days.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think that is the way to get strong. I think,
today's leg day.
I do think you want to recover.
Leg day. Every day's leg day for me.
Why not everybody's carrying around 400 pounds?
That's more than it is. We used to bench press every day. Used to squat every day. Used to do power clean every day.
Really?
Deadlift. We'd do them
every
all.
Single day?
Yeah. We were about getting that work in, getting yoked.
So it sounds like you needed a personal trainer.
We didn't worry about injury.
Sounds like
nobody got injured.
Sounds like you need a personal trainer. Be like, hey, this isn't the best idea, brother.
Well, I would say our record speaks for itself. We went out there and whipped ass because we were bigger, stronger, faster.
I would like to have a personal trainer there to stretch me out sometimes.
Just go do yoga.
I'd like to do yoga if I could actually get somebody there to like pick my legs up and push them over my head and stuff. That'd be nice.
I think there's a lot of guys who have sent their wives out to a personal trainer, and that's just, I mean, you're just asking for it.
Well, the wives would probably say the personal trainer's underrated. Then
I'm sure they would.
Yeah,
I'm sure they would if they perhaps were unhappy in their marriage. I mean, getting your wife a personal trainer, that's the equivalent of sitting in that corner chair in the hotel room, basically.
Look, I think
comfortable chair.
Kind of like what I talked about with you and Bubba and William. Sometimes you just need to do things in packs. Sometimes you need to do things with somebody. Having a personal trainer there to help motivate you and help keep you going, it could be nice.
In a pack?
Yeah, just having somebody to be with, somebody
have a personal trainer for the three of us.
Well, no, I just mean like, just having like, because I go to the gym by myself. I can handle it.
Well, yeah, you're a good, hardworking, regular American.
Well, right, but some people don't want to go by themselves. Some people don't have any friends.
Some people need to toughen up.
Well, that's fine.
I need a trainer. You don't need a damn trainer. Just
go need a trainer.
Go lay down on the damn bench press.
We need a trainer to get you on a regimen.
A trainer ain't going to affect me one way or another.
If she was a pretty girl, I bet she would. I bet if we got you in there with a pretty girl as a personal trainer, I guarantee you some things would happen. Hell, all we had to do is just get a couple of college-age interns around here, and Cody started dressing up and, all of a sudden doing dumpster walks and running around everywhere. All we needed was a couple of semi-attractive blondes, and Cody's perked up.
Whoa.
Now imagine I give him a beautiful blonde woman as a personal trainer saying, come on, Cody, one more rep. Get that 400-pound bench press back up. Show me that varsity athletes. I guarantee you Cody would all of a sudden be in the gym taking it seriously.
I do enjoy being around beautiful women.
I know. If I give you a personal trainer.
It is one of my favorite things in life.
If I give you a beautiful woman, that's a personal trainer.
I just feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I just feel better.
Yeah.
Like life is just better.
I hear you.
Around beautiful women, isn't it?
I think if I gave you a beautiful woman as a personal trainer, we'd see a completely different Cody McClure. Maybe that's the $1 million gym idea. It's just having nothing but beautiful women working at the gym.
Well, maybe. I'd rather see that than all those damn meatheads whistling in the mirror.
See, then
blowing steam out of their ears.
Therein would lie the problem. Then Cody'd be like, oh, I don't want to go there and watch the meatheads flirt with my girl.
Yeah, there's just too many douchebags.
Yeah.
You know?
Just because you're a big, strong guy doesn't make you a douchebag.
No, not necessarily. No. But if you're standing in the mirror flexing, doing
sometimes those people are pretty annoying. I judge those people too.
Well, yeah.
But I don't go into the gym and just automatically start judging people. They have to show me they're a schmohawk first.
If I see a guy looking in the mirror, I'm judging him.
Yeah. Well,
don't look in the mirror. Just sit down and do your work.
Just because they're big and strong, I don't all of a sudden.
Well, that's not what I said. I didn't say all big, strong guys are douchebags.
That was kind of the implication.
I didn't say that. That wasn't the implication at all.
It was
that's an assumption you're making. That's a reckless assumption that you're making.
That's
something that you have come up with, not me.
That was the insinuation.
No, I know a lot of big, strong guys that I like. I don't know. It is a little bit of, if you make that your whole identity, I do kind of
see. There we go.
Now, look.
See,
if you're better in yourself, good for you.
You can't really.
They could say the same thing about me. They're like, well, at least I'm not some big fat slob like you, and that's true.
But can you be real big, strong guy unless you make that your entire personality?
I just mean, you know how these guys are, the YouTube guys. Suddenly you're an influencer, and what I eat in a day
some people need to know that.
How many of them do we need?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, sure, two or three.
Some people need that. Those 2 or 3 might suck.
There should be 2 or 3 guys like that.
Those two or three might be doing something wrong.
I just found a pretty great influencer recipe last night for a flatbread, Alfredo pizza, about 300 calories for about 40, grams of protein.
This guy said he loves scrolling Instagram to watch or YouTube to watch people, cook and do stuff.
Okay, well, we're moving the goalposts.
You like
now.
This stuff. Well, I'm just saying
I like watching people cook.
Well, some people like watching people
I don't need some guy tell me, well, you got to make sure your macros are balanced. Let's talk about macros.
I don't necessarily need that, but I do enjoy seeing on my algorithm some new workouts or things like, it's like, hey, you're doing this wrong. It needs to be this way. I'm like, oh, wow, I guess I was kind of doing that wrong. Well, I should change this grip. I do enjoy seeing that. Especially if it's women. If it's women working out,
we know about you and your algorithm with watching the women getting dressed.
No, that fad has died. That doesn't hit anymore.
They don't do that anymore?
I don't know if they're still doing it, but it's never on my videos anymore.
Yeah. What a weird lane. What an odd thing that
I like fashion. What can I say?
Yeah.
Well, fashion.
You should have been at the Met Gala earlier in the week.
Not while there's a war going on. That was very distasteful of all those celebrities to be up there on the Met Gala while we're paying $5. Well, I'm not paying $5 a gallon for gas. I got an electric car.
Hey, we're up to $4.29 here in Knoxville.
While you guys are paying $5 for gas and $6 for diesel to watch all these damn celebrities run out in their $1 million outfits, that was just in poor taste.
We're up to $4.29. We're damn sure we're getting close to these California prices. Ain't that far away.
Don't worry, the 4-week war will be over soon.
It's not a war.
We won it in week 2. It'll be over soon. It'll be over soon.
Not a war.
Anything else, Bubba?
We kind of touched on a little bit there with the beautiful women,
like to
but
touch on you a little bit.
After show, models. It's kind of a dying trend. I feel like maybe through social media and stuff. But yeah, are models overrated or underrated?
That's interesting because I was having this thought before the Met Gala, but I was watching I think it might have been a preview to a movie before they actually started the previews or something, and they had a Hanes commercial or an Old Navy commercial or something, an Old Navy commercial. And they had this one beautiful woman. Basically, they would like quickly go through like all of her outfits for like January, February. And she's just standing there and just boom, new outfit, new outfit. And I was like, that's a very pretty girl. I could see the appeal of putting her on this. She's a model. She deserves to be a model. So I do still think there's a place for it. Long way around it, but like some people are just naturally beautiful. You know what I mean, Bubba? And watching them wear those clothes, I see the appeal of it. I was watching The Devil Wears Prada too, and there's models in there walking around. I'm like, yep, these people are beautiful. They deserve to be the people in the magazine showing stuff off. This is much better than just having some regular schmohawk or some Instagram influencer on there. I still like the absolute like beauty of models. So I'll say underrated.
Maybe if I had a personal trainer, I wouldn't have this consistent stiff pain in my neck.
Yeah.
Maybe they could help me work that out.
Yeah.
Models. We're doing models now.
Yeah.
I'll say overrated because I've always just been a fan of the girl next door. Kind of, I like just regular type of people. Like you just see a woman who she's just your neighbor, and
I don't want to see.
She's so pretty.
I don't want to see those people in my magazines though.
Well, I was going to say, so every now and then you do see someone who is just so beautiful that it's like, wow.
You're like, wow.
It's like there's people like that.
Exactly.
Like there's people that look like that.
I still like for them to be differentiated from the rest of us. Like
they should be held in a higher regard.
There should be real models and then like Instagram models. And the Instagram models are, they're hot. They're a little skanky way, but like they're not the beautiful like model. Like there's still a place for the Giselles of the world.
But you could say that the it's been saturated. The market's been saturated because of all these Instagram people and stuff.
It's 100% saturated the market, but that's why I still think that the actual like top of the line models have become underrated.
What about the athletes and the celebrities that oh, here's Saquon in the new jockey ad for
I think
clothes.
I think Saquon should be allowed to sell underwear. He's got a nice body.
One of the great things that still makes us
look at those
pretty elite as a country.
What an ass on Saquon.
Well, think about this.
He's got abs too.
One of the great American exceptionalism things that we still have, like a lot of things we've fallen in a lot of ways over the years. But when two beautiful people have sex, like people that would never even look at people like us, like and you see them procreate and make people, and it's like, okay, there's still hope in the world when you see two just absolutely gorgeous people get together like that. That's very American.
Last call on the other side. Stick with us. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Your Knoxville Smokies are back home all this week, and we've got the best promotions, like kicking off the week with Cinco de Mayo. Then all-you-can-eat Wednesday, Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday with half-off draft beers, and this weekend, get to the ballpark early on Friday and get your free camo replica jersey. Love gum? Well, good. It's Big League Chew Night on Saturday with post-game fireworks, and we're celebrating Mom on Sunday. It's Mother's Day. Woo! What a week. Reserve your seats now at smokiesbaseball.com.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
program. Another great job by you today, Bubba. Just manning both of those things over there. Doing a great job. Great overrated, underrated topics. Fantastic.
Glaze, keep it up.
Cody, does this do anything for you? The Vol football account tweets out during their 14-week training program, Tennessee has gained 867.3 pounds as a team. They've lost 218 pounds of fat. Okay, so wait. Okay, so I guess he split. Okay, 218 pounds of fat is what they're calling it. 33 players added 11 pounds or more of muscle mass.
Now, how are we getting that down to an exact?
Well, the muscle mass is measured via DEXA scan.
Okay.
I guess all of it might be measured via DEXA scan. There's some of those body scans that shows you the good fat, the bad fat, the muscle versus all that.
I did a BMI test one time.
And it said, get off.
It said, they told me I was like 54% fat or something like that. I said, well, I ain't doing this again.
Yeah. Did that do anything for you?
Yeah, it's good to hear. We're getting bigger, stronger, faster, and cutting fat. And
wish I would have named names. Said, "Oh, George McIntyre put on this much."
Yeah, then it would be nice to know kind of individual. I would like that, Bubba. You're right. I would
It'd
like
be bad though, because it's like, oh, this lineman, he gained weight. Like, we don't need Tubbs out there.
Some of the linemen probably do need to gain weight, but yeah, it would be nice if they broke it down individually.
I do like when I see an offensive lineman who's still got a little fat on him. Like he's big and he's strong and he looks like just an animal out there, but he's still got a little bit of a belly. Those are the best kind of linemen.
I'd like to know what George McIntyre's numbers are. I'd like to know what Faison's numbers are. Any of the other like freshmen that really need to put it on? Like who's outshining who right now?
I'm more concerned about what it looks like on the O-line and the D-line.
Yeah.
I don't think there's as much room for improvement at quarterback, you know what I mean? In a way.
Like the size of your quarterback, it's not important, but it's low on the list of stuff that's important.
Yeah, to me, it's more about can you throw the ball and make good decisions.
Right.
That's kind of the name of the game there. But yeah, I mean, it's good to hear. It's good to hear, and it goes back to my glass half full. My hopeful approach.
Sure.
Is maybe we're just getting a lot better physically and, you're in good condition. You can wear teams out in the fourth quarter. I mean, that's a big part of the game.
Bub, anything we missed today we need to hit?
Just 5 quick things. We have Bryson DeChambeau possibly shifting to YouTube after the live fallout. Phil Mickelson out. Max Homa in at the Players. Mark Cuban says he funded Fernando's NIL. We have Arena Sabalenka boycotting Grand Slams over prizes, and the Maple Leafs got the draft lottery for the number 1 pick.
There's a lot there.
I think that was only 4 things.
Run through them one more time, Bubba. Let's count them.
Maple Leafs get the number 1 pick through the draft lottery. Okay. Arena Sabalenka says that they should boycott Grand Slams over the prizes.
Oh, they should boycott them. Not that she is boycotting them. Okay, I was going to say that's a pretty big deal if she's not going to play, but she's saying that.
Mark Cuban says he funded Fernando's NIL.
That's very easy to say now. I would say that too if I was Mark Cuban.
We're going backwards.
Phil Mickelson out, Max Homa in, and then Bryson DeChambeau says he'll become a full-on YouTuber if he has to.
That's 5. I grouped all the golf stuff together.
I do like that he is really 6 if you consider Max Homa out, Phil Mickelson out, Max Homa in.
For all the homosexuals out there.
Shout out to the homosexuals. I do like that Bryson's just like, I don't need this golf. I'll just whenever the majors want me or whatever events ask me to come, I'll play. If not, I'm just going to grow my YouTube. He said, I'm even going to put different language on it. That way it can be global. Everyone across the world can go to YouTube and watch me. John Rahm, along that same vein, he says he's not necessarily worried about, coming back to the PGA. He says he's going to go do the other tour. Was it the DP World Tour? There's where he said he's headed.
Sounds dangerous.
It does. Good job by you boys today. The Tony Basilio Show coming up next.
I'm going to eat some applesauce.
Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday.